I literally put on my to-do list. I was like, go to liquor store and meet the mayor. Hello and welcome back to That Pretentious Book Club.
Welcome, friends, countrymen,
Lovers.
And me.
And Gino. She's also there.
Our Virginia's for lovers. It's my new place you're from.
I like that. That's a good place to be from.
Well, here are your hosts.
My God. It's like, my name is Ash, but you can call me Wheezy, which it ain't easy to be.
There we go. I like it. It's a twist.
I make you.
I'll introduce ourselves. And my name is Kendall Shaw, but some people call me Dr. Spoon's Palermo. And when they do that, I say, "Hi, howdy."
I like it. This is a really good refresh of our.
And over here on the other screen, you have Gino, no name, anything, and G'day, down under. Yeah.
I like it. Wow, we are all so fresh today. This is what we've been lacking. This is what we needed to be a professional.
Really bring us up a notch.
Oh my God.
We might get to 32 views this time.
Ooh la la.
Hey, Grandma.
Hi, Mom. I feel like my mom listens anymore, to be so for real. Any of my family listens anymore at all. And they were like solid the first year. They've given up.
My mom definitely does listen to the point where I stopped into her house like 2 hours ago. My dad goes, "Uh-oh, someone's here." And my mom goes, she's just coming to get drinks for a podcast recording today. I didn't tell her I was going to or anything. She just knew I was coming to raid the liquor cabinet.
Oh my God.
That's so funny.
I was like, what?
Gino's mom.
What?
Here's Gino's mom.
Yeah. I almost slipped up and said your real name because wedding things are happening. So I keep having to use a real name when I discuss things with people who don't call you Gino. And it's really honestly rude of them to get with appropriate. Really do. It throws me so bad. And I honest to God, I'm like kind of annoyed every time that I have to write your actual name.
Literally no one else in my life calls me that. Well, that's just like I sent you that text of, it was like, oh, send this to your friend or whatever your friend's first letter of their first name is your next destination. And for W, it had New York. And I was like, like New York, I go there a lot. I don't really want to go to New York. And I was like, wait, her real name isn't.
Start with
C.
With your Wheezy.
I was like, hey, guess what? We're going to Greece now.
Not bad.
Hell yeah. So I did, and literally as she texted me that, then I was like, oh, I'm going to do the same thing with her. And I did the exact same thing. And I was, where is the G? I believe it was Italy. So, hey, not bad.
Yeah.
You guys can make 2 stops, just.
Oh, yeah, exactly. They're close together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just take
That's
a boat.
Boats.
So, how's y'all been doing?
Well, over here we've been doing all right. Not too bad.
Not too bad.
No, can't complain.
Had another liquor store encounter today.
Oh my God, yeah. When I got here, she was like, you know what? The liquor store is like, what's happening here? Last year,
I was true. I agree. I did, and then today I met a distributor for my bookshop for like possibly wine and possibly whiskey.
Yeah,
I was just in there, and they were like doing tastings, I guess, trying to see if the shop wants to carry this whiskey of theirs that they're now distributing. And they were like, the sweet lady behind the desk was like, "Can I help you with something?" And I was like, "No, I was like, I'm here for gin and mead, but I was craving whiskey, so I was looking at the whiskeys." And then the distributor sales guys were there like, "Would you like some of this whiskey?" And so I just got like a free shot of Van whiskey, and it was super good.
Nice.
Anyway,
I can go to the liquor store. You go, something good happens.
So true. And I pulled up and I thought, oh, I should have just gone to like Specs or another like chain liquor store or something, because I was like, I don't want to talk to people, and I know that I'm going to talk to people if I go in there. It's like a little neighborhood place, but then it turned out well. So, hello, kitten, but not the kitten. It's kitten.
She's trying to destroy the computer. So
good.
Of course.
On day's work.
Obviously, yeah, makes sense.
Well, how are you doing over there in Australia?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Slash
yeah.
She splits
Virginia,
her time.
Australia.
Yeah. Ever heard of it?
No, Lilith. She's trying so hard to ruin everything.
That's what my grandma said about me.
Gone.
I'm just kidding. That was my dad.
Is now a new segment, Trauma Corner.
Ladies don't start fights, but we can finish them.
So cute.
I have the only cat that's not in this room right now, a new family member. She's been here about a week. She is a kitten. Her name is Darth Kittius.
You guys are always weaning with animal names.
And yeah, about a week ago, was going to leave, and I heard a commotion in the backyard of birds. And I was like, whoa, where'd all these birds come from? No, all the chickens and ducks.
I don't think so. Bird first.
To
do with all these birds here.
They were making noises like something was up. So I went back there, and I thought I saw a tail go into the trees. And I was like, curses.
After this
but it
book,
didn't look
that's
like
terrifying.
a raccoon.
You followed
It
it?
didn't look like... well, yeah. Because I was trying to
Wouldn't
figure out
be
what it
me.
was. And it kind of looked like a cat, but it didn't look like any cat I knew. And it was just a tail. That's all I saw. And then I thought maybe it was a weasel, but I don't even know if weasels live here. And I was like, maybe a capybara, because no, those aren't in Australia. A wombat. Maybe it's a wombat, because I'm in Australia. But I told Phil, I was like, hey, because we have cameras pointing back there now to see all the raccoons trying to kill my chickens and succeeding. And I was like, can you go back like 5 minutes and see what was on the camera? And he said, all I could see is birds. And I was like, okay, well, keep an eye on it and like set off the alarm that screams at things. So if anything comes, it'll run away. It won't kill him. So then like
What a great
day
job
goes
that would
on.
be.
5 hours later, it's pretty much nighttime. So I go outside to do the nighttime bird routine and put them all away. And there's a commotion again, but instead of like running the opposite way of something, they all seem to be going towards something, which is very strange because usually they're like raccoon,
It's like you didn't even read this
falcon
book.
or whatever.
You're just, where are the alarm
I'm a white
bells?
woman. I am a white woman with animals, wild animals.
Oh my gosh.
And I look, and behind our big duck pond, it's just a big kiddie pool. There's a tiny little kitten, like just spring from all these birds that are like, let's attack this. And I was like, oh, come here. And she ran right to me. I picked her up. I came inside. I was like, I know what belonged to the tail earlier. And he's like, what?
Our new baby.
Because I'm trying to walk through the house. I'm trying to walk through the house to get to him to show him. I don't just want to be like, okay. Oh, he keeps going, what? And I get into the room, and he's like, oh my gosh. Mind you, he did not want cats to begin with. The cats that we got were because I wanted cats. And he immediately takes her from me.
Of course.
And he was like, well, now we have 3. And I said, I did not say we have 3. And he was like, no, now we have 3. She's saying, I was like, well, my mom really wants another cat. We could just give her to her. And he was like, I don't know. And literally the next day I said, so what's going on with the cat? He goes, I don't know. But her name is Darth Kittius. So I was like, okay, so we're keeping her.
So you have another
It's
cat.
like, you named her. We're keeping her.
When your mom was like, I just don't know if we're ready for another dog. And your dad was like, I named him Gus.
Yeah.
And she was like,
Okay. So we have another dog.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Because I was like, I'm okay with not keeping this kitten. Especially because I knew it had a home to go to. Like, so it's like, yeah, it's okay. We can just give her away. Like, we've got a good household as is. And he
You
was
know
like,
what?
her name
White
is Darth
women-
Kittius.
White women get like the reputation for being like the animal, like saviors and like the pushovers. But I mean, your dad, Phil, and Javi, when those puppies all showed up, like what, last year now or something? I don't know. He was the one who was like, so we're keeping a puppy. And I was like, no, we're not keeping a puppy. And he was like, but we could keep a puppy and we could have 3
Because the
dogs.
white women have to take care of them.
Well, it's all these white boys that are like on the low. They're like, we want to be the saviors of the sweet little fluffy thing.
Yes.
Inside all of us, I'm sure, as
So
a
white-
human is like, Like, yeah,
This white.
white woman with 30 cats, like it's kind of where we're at.
Some of them are feral. Honestly, Gino, your raccoon stories have scarred me. I've had nightmares recently about just like a monster.
I have nightmares
army of
too.
raccoons.
I have nightmares too. How many nights I wake up like in cold sweats of just like my birds being murdered by raccoons or just raccoons surrounding me or whatever. And some of those nights I wake up and I'm like, oh no, something actually is happening. And I just know it. And I go out there and someone's being murdered. And other
Wow.
nights I just wake up and I'm like,
someone's
Yeah, in my dreams,
someone's being murdered.
someone's being murdered.
It happens in the country life. Hashtag.
I live in New York City.
Right.
My bad.
Right.
I forgot.
And tonight when I was putting them away, I don't know. I shouldn't brag about this because it's going to go away. Knock on wood. I have this weird sixth sense about my animals, I guess, because there are places that they don't really go, so I don't really check for them generally. And then randomly I'll be like, I'm going to look under this tarp like tonight. And I had a chicken that decided that she was going to sit on some eggs under this tarp where they never are, and you could never have found her. But I was like, ma'am, you are going to be eaten by a raccoon. You must go in the coop. But I never look under there. And tonight I was like, I'm going to look
you
under
just
here.
knew. You were
Yeah, I've done that like 3 or 4 times recently in
That's crazy.
different spots that birds had been. And I don't even count them either. So it's not like I'm like, oh, I'm missing one.
right.
There's too many to count.
See, I love that because you're like, it's cool that you have a sixth sense, but if that was happening to me, I feel like I would be paranoid at all times. Like any fleeting thought I had to do anything, I'd be like, I must do because a chicken will die if I don't, like it would send me into.
I started that way, and then I dropped off into a really steep apathy where I was like, "Meh,
I think that might be where I am.
they're
Especially
just
after
so
they're
edible."
just constantly murdered.
Yeah, everything wants to eat them, and they're not good at keeping themselves alive. So
Think I
I don't
have.
know if you need a wipe for the sticky
of the-
honey on your hands. I'm sorry. I put honey on our cocktail glasses in preparation for this drink, and it was delicious and beautiful, but also there were honey on our glasses. No, very messy.
I think I have 4 roosters of the chickens I hatched. I think 4 of them are roosters. I know I have at least 1, but 4 of them look like it. One of them.
So that's 4
already.
chicken dinners right there.
Yeah.
Aw, poor baby.
And then of the ducklings, they're all starting to get their voices now. And every day I go out there and I like stare at them really hard to see who's talking because they all yell at the same time. I'm trying to discern whose voice belongs to who. And I'm like, okay, are you like, I have one that's a full pekin duckling. And I'm like, you cannot be a boy. I cannot have a boy pekin. And finally today, she quacked and like as a female. And so I was like, hey,
Amazing. That's so funny.
but yeah, so
Nice.
I have cat, I have bird.
Yeah.
I feel like I have other things, but I just have a lot to talk about myself this time, actually.
Go
Phil
for it.
has gone pure a beautiful mind on me, and he
About?
started drawing on the walls.
Okay.
Like came out and I thought he was doing math equations on the walls at first, and I was like,
He was doing Goodwill
Like,
Hunting, Yvonne.
I was really afraid. Oh yeah, that's what it's a Goodwill Hunting. But no, he decided that he's gonna paint a mural on our wall, and he just started scribbling in pencil all over
Oh, is he
it.
artsy?
And he's just been scribbling all over it. He likes to be artsy. He doesn't do it a lot. And so there's this giant, it was supposed to be a goblin, I guess, but I thought it looked like a dragon. Like it's a really cute, it's a cartoonish looking goblin. And so I thought it was a dragon. You just couldn't like see the bottom because it's like peeking over the edge of the wall. And then like there's buildings and a vampire moon. But yeah, he'll randomly just start scribbling all over the wall.
What inspiration.
He's really doing it.
That's amazing.
It's like, are you okay?
Oh my God.
But yeah,
That's
You know,
fantastic.
I have pictures to send you.
That's amazing.
he's living his best life.
Yeah, truly.
Letting his inspiration just flow. Creativity is pouring out of him. I love it. Yeah, I want to picture.
I love the confidence to be able to like draw or like paint a picture on your own wall. I don't have that skill or confidence. It's the only thing I don't have confidence in myself in, probably.
When my brother,
I think he got like, go ahead.
Oh, Well, you can go. It's okay. You're.
I think he got like halfway done and he was like, "Is this okay?"
You're like, well, you already did it. So.
Well, if you're halfway through, buddy, so.
Yeah. I was gonna say when my brother lived in New York for like one summer, I went and visited him, and the like basement apartment he lived in with 2 other people, they had drawn over every wall and surface in that apartment. Like it was so crazy. They knew the like person who owned it, and he was like, "Yeah, whatever, I don't care." But I walked in and I was like, "What?" Like it was so crazy. Like just Sharpie all over the walls. Oh my God, we're seeing Phil's.
Phil's artwork. Wow. I promise you guys, this is much bigger
It's
than you're
than you
thinking.
think, yeah.
It definitely,
It's
for
like
sure.
the whole wall.
It's the whole wall.
Oh, you guys have the nice, what's that called again?
Trim?
Yeah, like when it goes up on the, like half of the.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I used to know what
Anyway,
it's called.
I like.
Yeah, it's nice.
Thank-
And now it's
for
extra
him.
nice.
Yeah, now it's being used for art.
I'm not going to lie. My child might be frightened of that when we come see you, but that's okay. It's okay. It builds character.
Look at it, Riley. Look at it.
My child today at preschool decided to pull down his pants and diaper and pee in the middle of his classroom. So we're potty training. So
all in its work.
the first thing when Hobby told me that that's what the teachers told him when he picked up today, I was like, I'm honestly impressed he's finally getting the concept of taking off his diaper to go pee. Because right now he'll go sit on his little like toddler potty, but he has been like, absolutely not going to take off my diaper to do this. And I'm like, well, it kind of defeats the purpose if you're wearing your diaper and your pants and you're fully clothed on the potty.
We're missing a step here,
We're
but
missing one step, and I know that he was sort of getting it last week because I was trying to take off his diaper to put him in the bath after he'd been sitting on the potty. He was still peeing in his diaper when I took off his diaper, put it in the bathtub from the potty, and I was like, so connections are happening. We're firing on all cylinders. We are getting
I need to just really, locked in here.
Yeah. And he's been bit again, in case anyone was wondering. I don't think I've been updating the pod, but there is a hungry kid in his class.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
He's getting
That's
bit
like bit by what?
constantly by another child.
Like,
it's almost every
One of
day.
your friends.
you need to send
we
him
call
with
them
like
all
a
friends.
granola
It's
bar.
nice. It's the PC thing to do when you work at a preschool is you
Right.
call them all friends. And they're like, yeah, Riley had a really good day. One of his friends bit him.
Like, I'm never good of a friend. Oh, that was one of the blonde girls.
I don't know.
Okay,
They won't tell you because that's the thing to do is you don't ever tell because you don't want the preschool parents to be at each other.
Right.
So you don't tell them.
Yeah.
But it's gotta
I
be
don't
the
know.
same
That seems
kid.
wrong to me.
I felt that way when I worked at a preschool too. But yeah, you would we just never told them. And there was like this weird etiquette where like the parents didn't ask, but you could tell they wanted to know. But because they didn't ask, we never told them. And that horrible weird etiquette still continues. And so I haven't asked.
No.
So I
I'd
don't
be
know.
like, give me names.
I want names. I did today for the first, yesterday was when he got bit again. And so like for the first time I was like, I kind of want to go bite the kid back. I need to know what kid this is. I was like, I'm getting upset.
That's why they don't tell you. That's like a 2-year-old.
Like the first 3 times he got bit, I was like, these things happen.
It's a lot of fat.
They targeted and they're like, well, Riley and his friend were playing with the Tonka truck and Riley didn't want to let go of the Tonka truck and his friend was trying to take it and then his friend bit him. And I was like,
First thing you need to do is go look at all the kids in his class and see how many of them have teeth.
Yeah, match those teeth marks to his,
Yeah,
like,
I do need to.
Because you know some of them only have like one
same
tooth,
crescent.
some have
like
two.
it's the
Yeah,
same shape
exactly.
every time. I'm
Exactly.
gonna be the same.
Getting bit hurt. Like,
Yeah,
and it's also like dangerous.
yeah, no,
Nasty germs.
so gross. Yeah, he every time it's hard enough to leave a mark, and they're like, yeah, he cried. We washed it and cleaned it, and he was really sad for a while. Then he got over it.
I'd be sad
Send
too.
him
if
to
someone
school
bit me.
with some jerky or something and be like, anytime that kid comes near you, fend him off.
Oh, I
Just
thought
like,
you were
Yeah.
gonna say something like, cover him in that stuff that like parents like. Y'all remember when like that thing?
Oh, the thumb
The
sucking
stuff that's supposed to
stuff
make,
that
like,
tastes.
Well, like for your nails to stop chewing them, you can put the stuff on him and
yeah.
get it bad. Just bathe him in that stuff so the kid bites him. It's like,
I'll never bite again.
Spray him with like mosquito stuff.
well, that's a
'Cause-
good
or
idea.
sunscreen, you know?
Yeah,
None of that tastes good.
yeah.
It's just like,
Just baby oil so the teeth just slip right off. The teachers can't pick him up.
You're armoring Riley. It's like he's going into battle. Like,
You'll find it. He'll wait a little bit. And then he comes home, and of course, he's forgotten about it by then. But if I go, did you get bit today? He'll go,
yeah.
oh. And he'll like really seriously, yeah. And then he'll look because he can't remember which arm it is at first. And he'll go, and then he'll find it and he'll go, and he'll point and tap on it and go, yeah. Like, oh,
And he can't tell you who it is.
no. I literally was like, is it this one? Is it that one? Point? Is it this other one? Child. Which child, bitch?
Oh my God.
Gosh. It's actually his cousin sneaking into school to
It
buy
probably
things.
it sounds like her, you know.
Son would do.
Bless her heart.
Son would
She is such a brute. Predator.
I don't know why, but I think it's because I was listening to our last podcast recently, but the other day it popped into my head when you started to say that you were talking about anesthesia and labor or something, and something about drinking, and you're like, I would like it would have been so much better. Sound like you're gonna say it was so much better being drunk,
which I wasn't typically.
It sounded like it. Even
I'm
listening
being a
to it the
baby
second
when
time, I
you're
was
drunk.
like, this sun's coming. You're like,
Yeah.
I couldn't have done it sober.
Oh, thank God for whiskey. You know?
But when I was ending the episode, I heard it too, and I was like, yeah, that really does sound like that's what this.
Pretty bad.
Yeah. Sounds
I
my
was just like
best.
randomly laughing out of nowhere the other day about that. It popped in my head.
Well, I'm glad that I can entertain a little bit. Hours and hours of fun. Remember?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Well, hey, should we talk about the book or our drink and then the book?
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to let you guys introduce the drink because I want to go make another shaker of the
Do.
So,
Okay, Gina, you found it, right? You're the one who could.
yeah. I forget what it's called though, because it has a name. It's called something.
It's got a
But
good name.
I think it's a bee. I think it has a bee in the name, like a bee sting
Here,
or
let me
something.
see.
I don't know. I don't think it's on what I sent you. But it is mead because mead is honey wine.
Bee's
and
knees?
that- Yeah, the bee's knees.
Bee's knees.
Yeah.
Sorry, is it the drops?
No, good. It is mead and gin and honey and lemon juice. And
Delicious.
Phil was like, how's your mead? And I was like, good. Do you want to try some? I said, it's really sweet. And he said, and I said, plus I added honey to it. And he was like, oh, you added honey to the? He's like, no, that's too sweet.
You
No, thank
added
you."
honey to the honey drink? So interesting.
I was like, yes, I did.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, I've never had honey cakes, and I'm jealous.
Okay.
that you said
Yeah, Ash made, it was a couple years ago she first made them, but she was making these like honey. And I don't really like honey unless it's like an ingredient in something. Like just eating honey is not my favorite, but
you're not Winnie the Pooh.
I am not. I can safely say not Winnie the Pooh, although I'm jealous of his style. I always thought it was so brave to just red shirt,
At the desert.
no pants.
shirt, no
I
bottoms.
love it. But yeah, so she would make these little honey cakes that were shaped like bees. She had like a bee mold for the cake, and they were so cute. They were like just like palm sized, and I would eat like 12 of them in one sitting. Delicious. So reading our book this week, which is Small Favors by Erin A. They talk about honey cake, and it made me want to eat Ash's cake so bad. So I'm going to make her make them for me again. She doesn't know that, but I'm going to make her do it. I'm like house sitting for her in a couple weeks, and I'm going to be like, don't work. Like, all I need is just leave me like a fresh supply of honey cake. That'll be great. You know, all weekend. That's all I'm going to eat.
Beautiful. You know anything about our author?
Well, yes. So not really. I didn't do my job, but
Our author is Erin A. Craig.
It's Erin A.
Erin with an
Craig.
E, not AA wrong.
Yeah,
but Erin with an E.
E-R-I-N. And so I wanted to read this one because I have read House of Salt and Sorrows, which is another novel that she
Oh, is that the
wrote.
same? Oh, I didn't realize that. 'cause
Yeah.
I've read that.
Oh, yeah. So she wrote that. And then there's also now a sequel to that one that I haven't read yet, but I want to. But I actually bought this
Okay.
book for my friend, like Small Favors, like years ago. And I was like, I want to read that too. But I haven't ever read it until now. So it was very exciting. But yeah, so Erin wrote this one and that one and like 3 others by this point. She loves to write like a spooky, atmospheric sort of young adult novel, which I'm a big fan of.
So
That is
Yeah,
all.
it says she went to the University of Michigan and got a BFA in theater and production, which that's a stage managed a bunch of tragic operas filled with hunchbacks, seances, and murderous clowns. And then she decided she knew what she wanted to write about.
we discussed this. I remember because when we did oh my god, House of Salt and Sorrows.
Okay, yeah.
So we've done her bio before, but
Okay,
I'd love to
great.
hear it all again.
Oh,
Yeah,
beautiful.
we don't really have anything else.
Okay, did you guys do first impressions or
No, not yet. We were just talking about the drink, and then it morphed into talking about Erin.
would you like some more of this?
Yes.
This drink. I don't know if you guys can tell.
that's
This is
so-
my favorite drink that we have made yet.
Yeah, she went all out with.
I did, and I actually did everything right. It's crazy when you actually follow the recipe. Sometimes it turns out like really well.
I wonder why it's your favorite drink.
Well, okay, to be fair, I am a sucker for mead. I'm a sucker for gin, and I'm a sucker for honey.
So it all worked out.
Like, there's
Yeah,
no
no, I
way I wasn't
definitely-
gonna like it.
I definitely suggested the recipe, and you were like, yes, I won.
Yeah.
I was like, I literally put on my to-do list. I was like, go to liquor store, meet the mayor.
Well, you have to get whatever one we're doing next, too. So you can, I don't know, maybe you'll meet some rich
That's what we're saying.
lady that wants to give you all their money or something,
Yeah,
you know?
awesome.
Hey, if there's any rich
A
ladies
patronette.
listening to this who want to give me all their money, you can totally do that at ifundwomen.com, by the way.
Just go ahead. We have an outlet.
The Story Emporium and Bookshop, if anyone's wondering what my business is called, or you can join the readathon. You could get, if there's any rich ladies in your life who want to give you money, you can get them to give you money to make your team win. Little plug.
Saying all rich ladies. Thank you. Thank you so much. Should we do first impressions?
Yeah, we should.
My first impression
Go ahead.
is that I love the cover. I think it's very cute.
It's very cute.
But knowing that
It
it's
is
going to be
cute.
spooky, it makes it like, now I'm intrigued, you know, for me. Go
I
ahead.
did not know it was going to be spooky.
Have you read
Um,
House of Salt and Sorrows?
Yeah, but I didn't realize that this was by the same person
Mhm.
until literally just now when Spoons told me.
Oh.
About 2.5 minutes ago.
So it's all brand new. It's all coming together.
New information. Gotcha.
So I didn't know anything about this. Actually, it's really funny because most of the books that you made our list of what we're reading, and I just from their titles kind of give a random guess of, but I have no idea what they are. And this one at first, it's like, what's the other? Ash.
Oh, yeah.
The one with the Ash book.
Oh,
that
the
we
book.
read. I had no idea. It was like a Cinderella retelling
that
at
Belinda
first when I
Lowe?
just saw. I thought, yeah, he said we're reading Ash, and I just assumed because Kendall picked it that it was a classic, and
I am a classic.
then it's like, oh, this is not. So I stopped assuming that, but I still like Small Favors. I was like, oh, I don't know what that sounds like, but it doesn't sound like a fantasy to me. So I did not think it was going to be a fantasy book. And then I got the book and I was like, oh, that's super cute. And I think I saw something very briefly about like Fae or something on it. So I was like, oh, it's going to be kind of... Sorry,
There's a cat.
it's weird. No. I thought it was going to be kind of like Emily Wilde. Yeah. That
It
was
did have some
my
of those vibes.
impression without reading anything.
Right, right.
My first impression, first of all, Spoons, look at this. My child has contorted himself in sleep.
He's really...
He's out. I'm see if I can
He's
show
a
you guys.
pretzel.
He is. He does not look comfortable. But he's
That's
knocked
how
out.
Lilith sleeps.
Toddlers, cats, they just don't have bones. Anyways, I sleep like normal and I wake up and can't move. So, to be a toddler again or a cat. My first impression of this book, so Erin A. Craig wrote a spooky story, but then I saw the cover for this one and I was like, it doesn't look spooky. The cover just looks like good vibes. And also I'm very seasonal. And I don't remember if when I heard about it either wasn't spring or summer, or I had already read all my spring summer books, and so I wasn't in the mood for another one. But I was like, it's not the season, it's not the right time. I can't read this book. Although the book actually occurs over many seasons, but I didn't know that. And I also knew that it was a Rumpelstiltskin sort of like retelling, and that was exciting. And then I kind of forgot about it completely. And that's my
I thought it was going to be more directly Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah, it really
It
was
really is not.
till
Yeah.
the very end, which
yeah,
I
was gonna
guess
say I
makes
did not know that
sense.
until you just said that.
Yeah, that was one of the only other
I didn't
things
put those
I
together,
knew
so.
about that. But then I'm like, maybe I made that up. Like, or did I read that somewhere? I mean, I like the vibes, like, sort of, but
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be more of a direct.
I could see
Yeah.
that being said, but I don't like that when books are advertised that way, because I don't want. I mean, some retellings I like, but everything seems like a retelling these days. Like when they
Yeah.
said, what is it? The really popular. I can't think of the name of it.
Oh,
But they're like, it's a Beauty and the
Yeah.
Beast retelling.
yeah.
After I was
It's like, okay, loosely.
yeah, I know.
Incredibly loosely.
All these things are like, oh, it's a this retelling, it's a that retelling, and I'm like, well, it's really not. It's a new story. It just
Yeah, this one
uses
is
some
like-
story elements because nothing's new in storytelling. You know,
This one's
so,
like a nod in
it's
the
like-
direction of Rumpelstiltskin.
You know what? This is really a nod in the direction of the film The Village by M. Night Shyamalan.
Yes, I haven't even
It is
seen the
exactly
Village,
The
but I
Village.
know enough of it that I was like, this is familiar.
It's one of my favorite movies, and I was like reading. I was like, I get a lot of The Village vibes from this, and then I was like, is that just because I love The Village? And then I started reading more, and I was like,
No, like the Village.
this is The Village. Yeah.
Man, things went crazy.
Oh my
Things
god,
got
this is
crazy.
nuts.
Also, I did not include skip notes on the
Oh,
last few
yeah.
episodes. I realized, even though I told y'all there were skip notes, and I'm sorry for lying. It was
We can just fast
unintentional.
forward.
Yeah, you guys can just fast forward because there's a very good chance I'm not going to put skip notes in
if
again.
there, I don't believe that there's anyone here that still does that, but
That uses the skip notes.
I
Yeah,
think they
I honestly do. If any of our like actual listeners who have like returning listeners have used the skip notes, I would love to hear from you. Because if you guys don't really want them or care, then I'm not going to prioritize it whatsoever, as I have forgotten recently to prioritize. I'm going to continue doing that if no one got again until someone gives us another 4-star review saying it's so great, except for they talk about nothing for so much of like.
So anyway,
4 years going on 5 years now.
this is what you get. So yeah, the main character of our novel is named Ellery Downing.
Love the name Ellery.
which
Me
I
too.
know. I was like, this is such a cute name.
Yeah, super cute.
Ellery.
And she is a twin, and her brother is named Sam, which is funny because I have a brother named
Yes,
Samuel.
it kept throwing me off. And I was like, I'm going to say this thing about Samuel. And then I'm like, no, you can't. Samuel is your cousin Sam. You can't. And then I'm like,
And then it's like, no, I don't hate my Sam.
yeah, I did Sam.
I'm so mad. But
I was like, oh my God, Sam is such a crappy brother. And then I'm like,
He's
but
the
not,
worst brother.
but not like Kendall Samuel, not like my cousin Samuel. He's fine. But like, I also had that. I was like, this is gonna be hard to talk about.
well, it's just like nobody really goes by Samuel except, and he doesn't really either, my brother.
No, he
but I call him Samuel. So every time they called him
And
Samuel specifically, it was like,
It was weird to me as a kid when you would call him Sam, because in my house we always called him Samuel.
oh, we always called him. I still do, but now we call him Sam.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's
Anyway, but he goes by both in the book. So anyway, names aside, probably a lot of people have a brother named Sam, but it's just weird when you're reading it specifically and you're like, that's my brother's name, you know, or like when you see your own name and something.
also because he was like kind of like doing like a moody, broody thing a little bit every now and then, and I was like, I've seen Samuel do that.
Yeah, a little bit.
And then Samuel goes off the rails, and I'm like, I take help.
Yeah,
I've
so that's
not
probably-
seen him do that.
That's probably where it is. But she also has 2 younger sisters, Mary, which I was listening to it for like the first part, so I thought it was Mary, but it's actually Merry, like Mary Attic
Yeah.
Brandy book, which I thought was crazy. But so Mary and then
Sadie.
Sadie, the
Sadie.
little girl, and then her parents, and they run
Apiarists?
apiarists. Yeah, I was like, how do I pronounce that? So they have bees, and they take the bees. Got bees. And
My dream to own bees. I'm gonna find a way to work that into the bookshop.
bees in the book like that.
Can't think a lot of humanity can't be.
How are the flowers for the bees?
Yeah, exactly. They'll be perfect.
Okay,
I'm
perfect.
gonna have flowers in the bookshop. I'm gonna have bees in the bookshop. If you're allergic to bees, you're not
Sorry,
welcome to
don't
my
want to come to the
bookshop.
bookstore. Okay.
Sorry.
And they live in a village-esque town called Amity Falls,
Mm-hmm.
which is very isolated, and like they have like village elders and
This
there are rulers.
Very like Appalachian.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Yeah.
Have you
I
ever
mean, North
seen
American,
Gravity
right?
Definitely
Falls?
North America.
No.
Yes.
I
Over my dead body.
Yeah, she wouldn't like it. I like it, but yeah.
Mila and Ridley love it, and so they introduced me to it, and I've watched it, almost all of it. I have 2 episodes left.
Oh, damn.
Over like 5 years at state.
Oh my God. Congratulations.
And keep
But yeah, a
trying.
little bit. I was like, the name. I mean, it's Falls, but also like they end in the same. And then the fact that Gravity Falls is full of all these weird monster, supernatural kind of things, and then Amity Falls, I was like, oh, similarities.
Yeah, a weird little town with like secrets and like stuff
Yeah.
going on.
Oh no, it's the show you just made me watch.
Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks.
When I knocked the camera,
You guys are watching on YouTube. You're welcome. You got a really good angle.
that's really good.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm so excited about the concept of Twin Peaks. I destroyed the stuff.
I do need to watch more, but I probably need to drink a little before.
Thing is, I always make people watch it, and then I forget that like it's very sometimes hard to watch because it's insane.
It's
So
so
people are just
weird.
like, what's going on? And I'm like, are you not having the most fun of your life? That's Bobby Briggs from Twin Peaks. Like, are you kidding me? You know, this happens to me every time. So it's like
a fever dream.
it's like a twin. Yeah, it's like a fever dream. Twin Peaks.
Yeah, this has a little bit of Twin Peaks.
But anyway,
and it's just like everything's a little bit off.
something's off. But it's like, you know, it's vaguely like, I like how the world building is very vague because everyone in Amity Falls doesn't know what the hell's going on outside of Amity Falls very much.
Yeah.
You know, they're like the big city. Basically, I can't believe, like, it actually literally is the village.
American like
The-
prairie town.
Yeah, but they kind of live in like, there's like woods surrounding the town. And so there's like stories about like, there's monsters that live in the woods. Like, we don't ever go out. We just kind of like send people to go get supplies from the city.
Yeah.
And we live in Amity Falls and we love it here. And everyone is friends and we have rules and we don't break the rules. But we all have fun. And you're like, okay, sounds great. And actually at the beginning, I was like, this seems okay.
Yeah.
I
I was like, this is a pretty nice place.
Yeah, they're all seeming to have an okay time. Almost immediately, though, the big drama is that Ellery's best friend, Rebecca, who is like, actually, like, they're kind of like the Hatfields McCoys.
Yeah,
Like,
families are rivals.
Yeah, but
Yes.
they've become friends. Rebecca had been spending time with her brother Sam, her twin brother Sam, this whole summer.
Mhm.
And it turns out they are,
Secretly courting
yes,
and Nell. There's
and
some
Rebecca's pregnant.
there's
Trouble.
yeah. I was like, I don't did you see what
But, and I'm just going to say it. I was like, I would not be able to deal with this if I was Ellery. Like, I'm sorry, my twin
Oh no.
and my best friend, and neither of them said
Oh,
anything
yeah.
to me.
Oh, see, I'm
Mhm.
so the opposite. I was like, I would have been like, huh, okay.
Mm-mm.
I would not have been
Mm-mm.
offended
No,
that they didn't
uh-uh.
know. This
I
is gonna
was
be
so angry.
I would have been,
no.
And then the way they both once she knew and they knew she knew, the way they were both like it's not really like you can't blame us for not telling you.
Was
I was like,
pissed.
yes, I can.
I am not getting this at all. I wouldn't care at all. I think that's like when my brother told me that he was bi, and I was like, okay. And he was like, do you have any feelings about that? And I was like, why would I care?
you're like, I don't care about your personal inner life.
I was like, well, I mean, I don't like.
This is like if Caleb
This is like-
started dating me and we didn't talk
Yeah,
at
that's
all.
what I was gonna say.
Well,
But
the
that's
weird
because
is
we're
that's
cousins.
fun. But we're not, okay, dear reader, we're not actually cousins. But
Yeah, we basically.
But we are. But I'm
don't
saying,
see-
okay, it's like if Kayla started dating Carissa
Caleb,
and they didn't tell
but
you.
Caleb identifies as, but he's gay.
You have to use your
it
imagination.
doesn't matter.
You have to use your imagination and imagine if Caleb started dating Carissa, or if Maddie started dating.
You're like, Ash has no guy friends. Or because also, by the way, they've been in long-term relationships for so long. I'm like, I can't picture this.
I think
It's like,
I
no,
have like
it's not real. Use your imagination.
And also, I like with Carissa, I'm like, she lives in Arizona.
Okay, you're not getting
it's
it.
not if it's logical.
It's
It's like it just wouldn't happen.
You live in
though.
Amity Falls. Oh my god.
Illogical. No, I really do want to try and understand this, but I don't get it. Like,
Well, okay, here's one thing for me. I only have brothers, so it's very easy for me to imagine brother situations.
Mhm.
Not that that's different for you. You have a brother as well. But I have always had this like dream. I think it's because I can't imagine myself having a sister because I've never had one.
Mhm.
So I always have this like I've always had this fantasy of having a twin brother. I've always wanted a twin brother. I wish I had a twin brother. I don't know why. But
everyone always thought my brother and I were twins.
Yes.
We still get that.
you can, you could, yeah. And it's nothing against my own brothers. I've just like always like wanted a twin and then also not wanted it to be a girl. So I've always wanted a twin brother.
Mhm.
So this hit me very hard because I'm like, but my twin brother would never do this to made up for myself.
Honestly,
Maybe it's because I have a brother who's so close in age. Everyone always thought we were twins. We were very, very close growing up. But like, to be fair, when he started dating CJ, his fiance,
Mhm.
they've been together for like almost a decade now. I was friends with CJ in
Right.
college.
So
and
you've
they
done
weren't-
this.
Yeah, and this was before I even knew that Caleb was bi.
Yeah.
So it was like not only surprise, surprise, hi, I'm bi. He was also like,
Your friend.
I'm dating our like core friend in the core friend group,
well,
CJ. And I was like,
maybe this is just different for us. Me and Gino are on the same
don't-
personality wavelength, and you're
No.
somewhere else.
I definitely
I would
get
be
this. And I
that.
don't have a brother.
I was
don't
like,
even have
that's
a brother.
interesting. I wonder how that's going to work out.
It would be like, okay, it's like in Friends, whenever he's like, my best friend and my sister, and he's all pissed, and then like, oh, but you don't understand. I was like, blah blah. Like that's
I
what
think
it feels
that's
like.
more
It's
what I
not-
was thinking, because like that was so
But-
cool.
It's not that they're dating. That's the issue. It's that they didn't tell you
Yes.
the whole time.
And
At
they were
least that's
both
for
keeping
me.
secret from her the
They were
whole summer.
both
So, like-
hiding it the whole
Yes,
summer.
and they're supposed to be people who she knows the best.
Like if my sister Maddie and your sister Sam were not like with people that they're with and had grown up and secretly had a relationship with
Yes.
each other. Because I used to ship them because I was like, then we'd be like legit
Right.
related.
It's like that happened, but nobody told us.
But nobody told us. I would just be psyched.
Listen, we got to move on. We got to move on. So if we spent 30 minutes, we said they're not we would be mad about this. What it comes down to is Ellery is kind of mad, but she's also like, got a lot going on. My dad's making me in charge of the bees because Sam's gone all the time. And
Sam was a total
the
shitbag.
thing is,
Not yours.
I really wanted him to get better. Like, I really thought he's going to get better.
No, I was like, we are ready for redemption. The whole book long, I was like, redemption is coming.
I told
would
you,
ever
reach through,
hated
slap
anyone
him in
more.
the face.
Yeah.
Get that attitude
Yeah.
out. Like,
1,000,000%.
God.
It wouldn't have mattered, apparently. Because Ellery, it's not like she like didn't tell him what was what. Like she gave him what for multiple
No,
times. And he was
I
like,
think a physical slap in the face.
Somebody
would've done
needed
it,
to hit
though.
him, yeah. I don't know.
Like you can get yelled at all day long, and never mind. This is just gonna turn into some weird. I'm like promoting violence. I don't condone.
Very interesting. We have to really move on. We're all getting bogged down in our own ideas. And with the way Gino promotes violence. Like, we're all getting weird here. We're only on like page 5. Like,
well, that shows you how a great author Erin is.
yeah, we have a lot to discuss.
So many feelings about every.
I really did.
To be honest, no.
Okay, I actually
like, yeah, literally out loud because I listened to the audiobook, so I was reacting out loud to this whole book.
Awesome. So, God, what
Then
even
the horse
happens?
comes into town and dies. And
Oh yes.
they're like, it was from the supply train that they had sent out. And
Yes,
they're like, what
yes.
happened to all the men? And they're like, we don't know. So
Mhm.
Ellery's dad says, we have to send out a search party into the woods to find the people.
Yeah. It doesn't work. And also, this is super bad news for multiple reasons. Obviously, because like they're a really close-knit town. So when anyone dies, like the whole town is grieving, obviously. And then also because they're so isolated that they only make supply runs to like the big cities twice a year. And if they don't make those supply runs, then they don't have the basics to survive. It would be incredibly difficult to survive without like the sugar, flour, whatever else they get from
Medicine.
fabric, medicine. Yeah.
all that stuff. So it's like a big deal.
Coffee.
And they're like, well, if we can't go into town or into the city, we're gonna have to wait the whole winter and wait till spring. And then they have a big vote. And Ellery votes to wait while her whole family votes not to wait. And then by one vote, the town decides that they're gonna wait.
Yep.
So then
And then her dad is real petty about it. Like, be a grown up.
But I was like, yeah. Honestly, I was with her too. I was like,
Yeah.
this seems dangerous. Like, I don't want to go out there again.
Yeah, I was kind of afraid that her voting against going was going to come back to bite her in the butt, even though I was like, I mean, your logic is spot on. I see why you did that. No judgment for making the vote that you did, Ellery girl. But I was like, I feel like this is going to come back and bite us. And then repeatedly throughout the book, I feel like we were just proof that Ellery was right.
She's right.
That is true.
Yeah. Because, like,
Every time they sent one out, I was like,
right.
Who
Like,
did?
nobody's surviving out there. So there's, like, these monsters. So people think that, like, you know, these monsters that used to plague the town are back or something. But other people are like, that's ridiculous.
Wolves the size of bears and sparkling vampire. Wait, that's a different book.
Hold on. But there's also, like, some strife kind of boiling. Like, Rebecca and Sam are, like, when he finds out about the baby, he,
Oh,
gets
yeah.
all pissed. And he's like, well, I know she's
like,
been
"It's
sleeping
not
around.
mine."
It's not mine. And I was,
That made me
Livid.
so mad.
I can't believe it.
So mad. And then there was
I-
never any clarification at the end that, like, he was, like, manipulated. I was like, maybe he's been, like,
No, I think he
magicked
seems
into
to think
thinking
it.
that. He's actually just an asshole.
I think he's an ass.
yeah, exactly. Because I was with you. I was like, I don't remember. I thought something about Sam just being something was influencing
Yes.
him.
Yeah.
Not just gossip was
Right.
influencing,
Yeah, and not
but
just
something
him
else
being a shallow
was
little prick.
influencing him. Or actually, no, that's the other thing I thought was that he actually hadn't slept with her. And
I
that's
thought
why he was
that
like, it can't be
too.
mine, because like they were talking about the cows or horses or cows or something that had
Yes.
given birth randomly when they weren't pregnant, and then her mom was pregnant, and then I was like,
Yeah.
weird things are happening. People are being impregnated by fae or monsters or
Monsters or something,
something.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like
I thought
I
that
was like,
too.
she is pregnant. Yeah, that's what I thought. And
There
then
were
in the
so
end,
many
it was like
other
it was
things
his
it could have
kid, and he
been.
was just
He was just
a
being a
jerk.
jerk.
He
Yeah.
really was.
We really gave him every chance.
I know,
like,
we
I
did.
really was like, I want
Really.
this to work out for
He was like
Ellery.
red flag, and we are like, meh, maybe.
God, what else?
No, maybe an orange
Sam
flag, a
like-
yellow flag.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he
like, I
really
don't know.
sucks.
I hate him. And like, yeah, like, so Ellery's dad and Sam go out into the woods as well, and then they get attacked by these monsters, and then they come back. It's like this whole thing. So everyone's like, it's very dangerous out there. And so wait, sorry, that was before. Anyway, so then, yeah, all this strife is happening, and then the Danforth, who
Ellery's
is
doing
Rebecca's
washing.
dad. Oh, I found the boy. Yeah.
This
You want to talk about the
one
boy?
is so charming.
The way that I was like kicking my feet, squealing about this.
I've not fallen
See-
so hard for a fictional boy in so long. He got me more
Really?
than what's his face from Emily Wilde.
Wendell?
Yes.
Oh, nobody's got me.
No.
a Wendell.
Whitaker over Wendell
But yeah, that makes
any
sense
day
for you.
for me.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
But
See, I
He's your boy, yeah.
I'm so
No,
dangerous.
me not in the slightest, because from the beginning,
Really?
no, not in the slightest. From the beginning, I was like, he's Faye.
Oh, well, yeah.
And
I
he's
fully
bad
knew that
news.
too. I fully knew
And
that too.
not-
And I was like, I'd be in trouble.
I thought that at this point, I thought it was going to still be a straight Rumpelstiltskin retelling. So I thought he was just going to be Rumpelstiltskin.
I did too.
And I was like, oh, the feminine urge to make Rumpelstiltskin hot. You know, like, what can I do? You know,
I
like,
was sort of like, he might be her downfall. And I honestly would still be in love. Even knowing everything I know about this book and that he's probably fey and evil, I was like, I think I'm still in love with him. I don't think I can
He
help
didn't
it.
get me in the slightest.
dang, cool.
Mm-mm.
Not for me.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Not for Ash, I guess, which is Whitaker.
damn.
Yeah, this like charming, rakish boy shows up while she's doing like laundry, and he's like, "What's up?"
Hey,
I'm
honey
the
hair
scrapper.
girl.
Yes, and she's like, "Oh, okay."
She's like, well, this is my
fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's like, don't come on our land or my daddy will shoot you. And he's like, I'm just gonna sit here and stretch out in the sunlight. I'm nothing suspicious. And he won't give her any straight answers because Faye, obviously. And she does get her dad to come down and be like, hey there, what you doing, son? And he's like, oh, I've just been trapping out with my group at the camp out in the woods. I just mysteriously appear from the woods sometimes. It's a thing that I do sometimes.
Like that,
And
times no big deal. The fact that I won't tell you my real name is not a big deal.
no, I wouldn't even think about it that much. No. You call me
I
Price,
think that was
though.
another part. He annoyed me. Because
he's
people were
totally
making it.
annoying. But you guys
His
have met
shit was like,
Hobby.
what's your name? Him,
That's not being incredibly
No.
annoying, criminally annoying. It's
No,
not
see,
a turn off
I
for
felt
me.
like he was me, was part of it. Like, whenever someone,
This explains
that is,
so much.
so many of my other friends, if you ask them, they'll be like, we don't know a thing about her. I literally had a friend who I stayed with, I think for a month at one point in my life. And she was living with her friends that I didn't know, but they all let me stay there very kindly. And after I left, she told me, she was like, we really like Marissa. She's really nice, but we don't know a thing about her. And she lived with us for a month. And my friend was like, I've known her for 7 years and I don't know a thing about her. That's what I,
That is
so
so funny.
if someone's like, what's your name? I mean, until I accidentally just said it.
Yeah. I was like, should I cut? No.
I'm pretty sure it's been said before. I'm
100%.
pretty sure you've slipped up before. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean,
Sure, I have.
I don't even like saying my name on the pod. Like, I am Whitaker, I think. I think that's why I didn't like him.
And it's the part of me that just doesn't care about important information. I'm like, fine.
She's like, where are you from? And he's like, my place. She's like, yeah, but which place? He's like,
No,
"One out
that is
there."
so
Well,
you.
that's-
Yeah, that is you.
Like, I'm coming to this realization live
you
to you
had
on this
coined me
podcast.
myself? Oh my god! And then she gave him a name, and I gave you a name. You were my
Exactly.
god. You're
Yeah, this
Whitaker.
beautiful love story that's
Oh
going
my
on right
God.
before me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she's like, because he's like, my name's Price, and she's like, no, it's not. Like, she doesn't know it's not. And then
I
she,
did love that.
yeah, and so
If it
like,
doesn't fit, don't buy it.
so she's like, I'm gonna call you Whitaker. But so he kind of like shows up randomly sometimes, and then is like being hot. And poor girly, she was down bad immediately.
Oh yeah.
She was very lustful for this boy.
Oh my goodness.
Like, wanted him bad.
so badly.
And
I cannot blame her. I was like, honestly.
looking up at Erin though, because like one of the defining things to me about his description was like, she's like, he's really tall. He's like so tall. And then like every time he showed up, she'd be like, he's like taller. And I was like, Erin, what do you have going on? Like, what is your thing? Because I'm like, that's cool to be tall, but like, she's like, I basically like have his size. Like, that's kind of how it started feeling. And I was like, okay, I get it. He's very tall.
Did feel like she was shrinking. He was getting taller because the first time that they met, she was like, my head would have only come up to his shoulder. And I was thinking, like, as a 5'3" girly, I was like, that's not that tall. There's plenty of guys who aren't like crazy tall. My head comes up to just their shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that she was repeatedly like, he is so tall. I was like, how tall are we talking?
I was like, how tall are you, Hillary? Like,
Exactly. Maybe Ellerman's taller. And so she's like,
yeah, she's like 5'10".
yeah,
And so
exactly.
he's
He's
like 6'7". Yeah. She's like, oh my God. No one else is commenting on this tall trapper. Like, okay, great. He's very tall. I get it. And so anyway,
She did really like that fact.
she was into it.
Oh, yeah.
But he's very charming, and he's like very charming to like her family, and like her sisters love him and all, which I thought was very cute. Like there's a part where they're hanging. Oh, she's making a flower crown for Sadie's birthday, and
he makes a
He's-
flower crown.
yeah, he shows up and he's like, those colors are all wrong for you,
He's
babe.
sensitive.
And she's like, they're for my sister. And he's like, how about this? A 4-leaf clover. Like,
Yeah.
he is so. And I was like, my girl, he is magical.
Yeah.
There is something going on with this boy.
He literally just picked up a 4-leaf clover.
My poor darling.
Hands are a sack of 5 pounds of sugar out of nowhere.
yeah.
God, the sugar.
Wednesday.
She's like, how did you do that? He's like, magic. She's like, oh,
It was
like
in your
magicians.
backpack.
That
I
was-
get it.
Yeah, so basically the family, there's a big fight with Rebecca's dad, and then all their flower fields get burned down, and in this burning down of the flower fields, their mother gets severely burned, and then their mother who is pregnant has to go to another town and all of this. And so it's
Crazy.
like they have to go to the city to like heal her. And so all the siblings are
all
left
the
alone.
money, they take the gun,
And
yeah, so it's literally Ellery in charge.
yes, because Sam is being ridiculous.
He's being
And while they're gone,
I'm like, why are you in charge?
Yeah.
I'm the boy.
And
keep
like,
for real.
I love Sam. I'll kill you right now.
Look, take that clip and I'm gonna send it to your.
There. So, like while they're gone, things are going even worse in the town. Like everyone being crazy, and they're like, okay, we have to go like send more supplies out because these two guys show up who are supposedly their long lost uncle and his
Oh,
son.
yeah.
And so they're like, oh, I guess that the path is clear then. So we should probably send more supplies out. And so, yeah. And so
That was
Sam is
so
like,
weird and
"I'll
obvious
come."
from the beginning.
Yeah, I know. They were like immediately like, they don't really seem like our aunt or like our uncle and cousin.
Yeah.
And spoiler alert, they're not.
Yeah.
But so Sam is like, well, I'll go on the supply run. And Ellery's like, hey, maybe like don't because we kind of need her to home. And he's like, it's fine. So he goes out.
And then he
Anyways.
steals the honey from the bees.
Yes. Steals some
And
honey.
I
The
was
honey they
so
needed to get through the
furious.
winter. Like this would
I
kill
was
off
so
all
furious.
the bees.
That was the worst. I could
That
not
was when I
believe.
texted y'all, and I was like, I physically am so angry.
Me too.
I need to just find anyone named Sam and just slap them.
Throttle them. How could you do this to your sisters?
Beats.
I was
Like, just because you have an attitude problem, just because you're like or more a teenager.
oh my god, like that was unforgivable. He
Oh,
like stole the
yes.
honey and then left, and then so poor Ellery is like, how am I going to make sure the bees survive the winter and therefore we survive? And so in that she basically tells all of this to Whitaker, and he's like, oh,
She has such a breakdown. Okay. And this breakdown where she is like sobbing and then she's like, I'm fine. I'm putting together a list. And then she's sobbing. And I was like, I have never related to a meltdown more.
that was the end.
And then she was like, I got up and I was numb and I was just like hazy looking through like blurred eyes. And I was like, oh my God, this is like an Ash meltdown. Like, that's not exactly this. I was like, Erin knows. I know this is an Erin meltdown. Erin and I could totally
Use me, Aaron.
same catastrophe looks exactly the same for her.
Yeah, that was a very good descriptor. You know,
It was
she
really,
did a
really,
job
it was
with that.
very believable meltdown. But yeah, and then she tells Whitaker and she's like, I need 30 pounds of sugar to make sugar cakes so that the bees will have something to eat and stay alive throughout the winter, or we're just like, that's it. And he's like, well, just give me, how about we'll just trade? We'll make a little trade. And she's like, I have nothing to trade you. And he's like, you can trade me a favor or something. Is that what he says?
He's like a marker.
A marker.
Like, you know, when you're gambling and you
And she's
like,
like, no.
representative of your, yeah.
Exactly. I love when he was like,
I
when you
was-
gamble?
I was wondering if that was a real thing or not, or if he was just making everything up since she didn't know anything. Because I don't know anything about gambling. So I was
think
like,
that's real.
well, I, know, I
like-
figure the marker thing is real. Like he said, like
Mhm.
you're not going to like bring your horse to the table.
Right.
But then the other stuff, I forget. He said something after that about like
Yeah.
that another thing you can do for gambling. I was like, I feel like he's just making stuff up
He
now, but I
was-
don't know.
He's convinced.
This whole thing was like, girl, I don't know how else to show you that he is a Rumpelstiltskin ass bitch. Like, this is so obvious.
I know.
He was like, 3 drops of your blood. Like,
Yeah.
no one has ever been more suspicious.
I know. She's like, well, what can I give you? He's like, something that I will pick, a token of my choosing at a later time, whatever I want. And I was like, that's not a good deal.
Like, girl, she was desperate though.
She was
But I was
desperate.
also like, this is crazy. Like, he was being even sweet, but then as soon as he's like going for the blood, I'm gonna be like, now hold on, let's really
He's
talk
like-
this out.
How much do you need?
What do you want this? First of all, now I have some questions for you. That's kind of where my mind
Maybe, but first a few questions.
was. I couldn't believe that, but she
3
goes
drops of blood on a
No,
handkerchief.
I feel more and more like I am Whitaker. Because I think about it, like, No, I feel like I would do this to someone.
You're like, just the other day
don't
I
understand
asked someone to give me
feelings.
3 drops.
Blood. Yeah. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Is that scary or weird? Like,
Oh, is that not like normal?
wait, why are we talking about
That's
this?
like
Like,
was standard practice.
Right.
Negotiations.
It's just not what everyone's doing today, or what? Girl is like full of lust, minus 3 drops of blood, and he's just like, yeah, here it is, and just the magic 5 pounds of sugar, and she's like, good sleight of hand. I'm like, girl, let's get out of the bitch. How he's a magician, and that really, oh God, it's so sensitive. Oh my gosh. Full of lust, not as full of blood anymore. God, girl. Oh, her poor darling. Well, she has her sugar now because he brings the rest of it the next day. And she's like, but then she immediately is like, I am overcome with paranoia. And so she like hides it and it's like freaking out.
Doesn't sleep for 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
this is the first time in the book that I was actually like, I mean, I could tell before then that it was going towards like creepy horror kind of stuff. But at this point, when she has the sugar and she's in the barn milking the cow, and then like stabbing the thing with that's like gushing, squelchy,
Oh,
whatever. With the,
She's
I was
using the
like
pitchfork
physically,
and the
I was like,
hay, and then yeah,
I was like, I don't want to keep going right now. I don't want.
yeah,
That was
she
so
really
scary.
likes that line. She's milking the cow, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Oh my god, that there's blood.
like-
The bucket is just blood. The cow must be, sick or hurt or something." And then she's like, "Oh, but wait, no, it's normal. I'm seeing it's just normal milk." Yeah, and then she was like stabbing the hay with the pitchfork, and something started to bleed, and she was like, "Oh my god, something's
I
in
was
there
like,
alive
I don't want
and
to know.
hurt."
I don't want to know.
That
I don't
gave
know
me
what's in
so
there. I
bad.
don't want to know.
I thought it was Sam. I thought that maybe he
I
had been
didn't-
hiding in the
I
hay.
was so scared because she had just said something about thinking Sadie might be awake.
Oh,
I was like,
No, I thought it was Rebecca and her baby, maybe. Like I thought her baby was in there and like Rebecca was
just
over here.
got
I
worse.
was like,
Sam, I could live with her stabbing with the Sadie. No, Rebecca and baby. No, like that
No.
would have been bad. Oh
no,
my God.
I was just like, yeah, no, I was like, stop, I can't keep
No.
reading.
Yeah, that was
And then
really
turns out there
frightening.
was nothing. She's just seeing things. But then something does stagger out of the darkness covered in blood and other viscera. It is
Sam.
Sam.
And can I tell you how I didn't care? Like he was like, I'm so sorry. Like I don't even think he said he was sorry, which was another part of the problem. But he was like, I was out there and everybody was killed again, and it was terrifying and horrible. And I was like, you took the honey.
Oh my God.
See, I was
I
mad.
don't care.
I did care. I was like that.
No,
I was
had
like, maybe this will
zero.
be
I was
what
willing
he
to
needs.
forgive him at this point. Yeah.
I
was
because I
like-
thought maybe this would be his turning point.
But lo and behold, no.
It was not.
Dear reader, he does not change. But yeah, that was so he's like covered in blood and he's like, and I immediately was like, what did you do? Like I was willing to forgive him, and then I started thinking about it, and I was like, so you did something. Because I was like,
Oh, no way,
he's
he's the only one
he's
who
the only
stinks.
one who survived twice
No.
in the woods.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like,
Twice.
okay, what have you done? And then also he was like being weird because she was like, did you hurt them? And he was like, what? And my first thought was, oh my God, like she also thinks he hurt the other people. And then she's like, the monsters. And I'm like, no, girl, he did something. Like that's what I thought.
He did something to cause this.
But
See, I thought that maybe the people were turning into monsters somehow. Like the Fae were turning into people, and so I thought maybe he was one of the monsters.
Yeah,
like, and he didn't like.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I
at
thought
that
he-
point, but
maybe like a werewolf situation or something, you know,
kind of,
like,
yeah.
he doesn't know what's going on. Maybe. Yeah. Because he was also like, everyone's going to be so mad at me. And I was like, why would they be mad at you if you're, but then I was like, anyway, it ended up being different, but I was still like, okay, something's off here. So the elders come and they're like, well, that shit sucks. We hate that. And he's
Yeah.
like, no. And Sam is being horrible forever. And then also now it's Christmas. And
Rebecca got married to somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
Had the pregnancy.
Rebecca married the preacher's
Not
son.
somebody else, the preacher's son.
Oh, we're really okay.
So this was again one where I was like,
Did we forget about Rebecca's dad getting lynched?
yes.
Oh yeah, we did.
The
We
dad
did
got
not-
blamed
That was early
for-
on.
Because we found
burning down the flower field.
Yeah, he burned down the flower field, and he burned down the shed because he thought it was Sam in the shed, and he thought, and of course Sam had gotten his daughter pregnant, and so that's
which is what ends up hurting Ellery's mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but then when he's trying to plead to not be killed, not be hung, he's like, the lady told me to do it. The lady with the long fingers
and the silver eye.
Oh my
God.
And everyone's like, literally, no one was there. You were alone the whole time. And Sadie has this imaginary friend the whole time that she keeps talking about.
I knew that was
like,
bad.
she's imaginary.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. She was real, too.
Could not be good. And can I put the dots in there? Very easy to connect. And that is that is bad.
That is bad.
Into that.
Oh, no.
It was kind of giving me creepy younger sister from House of Salt and Sorrows. Remember? She was like the one who was like seeing all the ghosts and stuff.
Erin loves a creepy younger sister.
Yeah.
I was very shocked that they just straight up like they were like, "You did it, let's lynch him," and then he was dead. I was like, "Whoa, okay, that happened real quick," and it happened. Like there wasn't any.
I wasn't shocked. I was like, that feels like, I don't know, sort of like frontier town justice.
I guess it was just like they talk a lot of bullshit then because they're like, "Oh, in Amity Falls, we're all friends and we all follow the rules," and I was like, "Okay, so this doesn't seem like a fair trial. We're kind of just gonna do it."
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Now I know where we stand. And Sam was like front and center, like, I can't wait to see this guy get hung. And Sam, so you're scaring me.
Sam was a massive instigator. I was like, I don't know, buddy. Your redemption does not seem close at hand.
It was closing in the whole time, really. It was like getting narrower and narrower.
Well,
your path to redemption.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that happened. So Rebecca married the preacher's son, and now
and she hates Ellery now.
And she hates Ellery.
She hates her whole family.
I was so pissed at Sam for this. Because I'm like, so you ruined Ellery's best friendship.
Yeah.
Like, are you serious? And he didn't even care.
No,
why did she never confront him about it? I would have been like, so Rebecca was my best friend, and now he doesn't want to talk to me because of you.
Yeah.
I was so pissed.
I would be so mad about
that. Was the thing that made me the most mad, honestly.
Yeah, that would piss me off. I'd be like, I don't care what you do on your own time.
Yeah, like, whatever. God dang it, Sam. Okay, go kill some people in the woods if you want. But my best friend won't talk to me now because of you.
How dare you? So bad.
So it's Christmas, and they're like, oh my God, we forgot it's Christmas. And they're like, well, let's go chop down a tree.
And they're all somewhat starving now.
Yeah, everyone's starving.
They decided to not send out on their supply chain because of what happened when Sam went out. It was the only one who came back. So they're like, we're just going to ration. We'll make it through. Our
beans.
Our sort of ancestors or whatever did that. But yeah, everyone has beans of some type. And they trade when they can, but mostly they have nothing. And then they were having these little socials sort of where they would trade for food. And then things started to go bad. And every time the whole town got together, there was just strife. And like, one person would accuse another one of like stealing their tools, and someone else of like, killing one of their livestock or something. And it was just getting out of hand. So finally, the preacher, right, was the one who was like, everyone just go home until the end of winter and no one talks to each other. And I was like, there's no way that can go wrong.
That cannot be good.
I think it was the town elders, but yeah.
The town elders, yeah. And so they go back and they're basically starving. And they do have a chicken, though. They do have a chicken for, is that Christmas dinner?
Because they have a chicken for
Christmas
dinner because somebody killed all the person's chickens. So they were like, hey, we're just giving these out to everyone since they're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ezra and Thomas now.
Spoiler, it was the raccoons. Just kidding.
It's always the raccoons.
Yeah, Ezra and Thomas they're like, well, we can invite them over for Christmas. It doesn't really feel like Christmas without our parents, but we'll do our best. And then
Courage shows up. He's also there, and he has gifts for everybody.
Yes.
Except for Ellery.
Except for Ellery, but he dances with Ellery. He is the gift. He is.
I was shocked that they had a piano, though. I was like, wow, that's fancy for like...
They are fancy. I feel like they were like decently well off. They were like middle, maybe middle.
But yeah, it was like an old piano from their ancestor who got kissed right by the other dance floor guy. It was like part of the Hatfield McCoy situation.
Yeah.
So anyway, so they have like a fun Christmas party and all of that. And Ellery the whole time is like, oh my God, he wants me. She is so into him.
I was like, kiss her. And then he does it.
kissing.
They keep almost kissing and then don't. There's mistletoe and they don't kiss.
Oh, but he like got like presents for everybody and it was very cute.
And then
then what
Sam's like, you were
happens?
out late last night with Whitaker. Maybe you shouldn't do
Yeah.
that.
Got a girl pregnant, Sam.
Oh my god. Sam Downing is on site. You know, hit him with my car. Sam Downing. Like I cannot handle this boy.
It's unfortunate.
He just keeps getting worse.
And so eventually he and Ellery get in another big fight, and he like leaves for good.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm done.
Messed around by you.
Yeah, and he's like,
Your girl.
Ellie made me mad when Dad gave you the beehives. And I was like,
then I almost killed them all and I'm still not even sorry about it.
he's like, I'm the oldest and I'm a boy. And I was like, you're the oldest by like 2 minutes, okay?
Yeah.
And also you're a bitch. Like, God,
yeah.
I'm so mad at him.
He's just like, peace out, my sisters who are starving. I'm just going
Yeah.
to abandon my family in their greatest time of need.
Poor Ellery is, no one has ever eldest
And
daughted more than
Whitaker's-
her.
Dude, yeah.
Whitaker's like, not to like be mean, but it's probably a good thing he's gone because then you don't have to feed him too and he doesn't bring you down, you know. But also, I'm sorry if you're kind of sad and missing your twin, but it's the truth.
You're right.
No,
You
it's
are
like, yeah.
Whitaker. You are Whitaker. But accurate. I was like, yeah, Whitaker, you're so right.
He was right. So, yeah, there's like a lot of, it kind of sucks until spring, basically.
Yeah.
And
There's a lot of like creepy things. She sees like a creepy woman with long fingers standing in the field. She sees lots of creepy things that creepy vibes are increasing as the book continues.
yes. And eventually we kind of learn, well, there's like a funeral and she figures out that Ezra for sure is not her Uncle Ezra.
Mhm.
And she's like, so who the hell are you? So she and Mary are sneaking around to look at all
I
this
was just
stuff.
surprised. I thought Faye of some kind.
I know. I was surprised too. Turns out that Ezra and
Secret
Thomas are like
Society.
monster hunters. Yeah.
Place. Jolly old England.
Yeah. And so say shit weird. Yeah. And he was like not even mad. He was like, okay, yeah, I'm not your uncle. I'll just like,
May.
you may take me away. Listen here, love.
Sorry, fam. Sorry, we English too hard.
The English supposed to son.
It's with son. That's why I don't have any son in England. That's why it's just
Yeah, so basically they're like, okay, so here's the deal. The things that are plaguing, and we get a big lore dump, which I like.
Oh yeah.
They're like, the things that are plaguing the town are called like the Dark Watchers. And I was, oh, tell me more. And they're like, so basically there's these freaky dudes who like just kind of like sow discord and they'll grant you small favors. And but there's always like a price basically. So like, and then everyone gets mad at each other and then they just like want to watch like the chaos.
is devolve and
And I'm
watch
like,
the
so-
world burn.
Yeah, that sucks. And
Yeah.
it's clearly we're at a high stage of this happening
Yeah.
in Amity Falls.
But then Mary is like, well, this is really great news because I actually had a crush on Thomas, who I thought was my cousin, and somehow
this being so closely related cousin lovers.
by the skin of our teeth, we remain cousins.
Could not believe this.
I would literally, and like they're going to a town social, because the town goes to a funeral for this older woman who died in town. And when they're there, more people are out at each other's throats, and the preacher or the elders or whatever are like, "I got a brilliant idea. We're gonna host ourselves a town social. We're gonna have music
have a
and whatever
party."
food." Yeah, exactly. And so they're like, "We're gonna go have a fun thing. It'll be great." And then the day before the social is when it comes out about Ezra and Thomas and who they really are. And then the next day, Mary's all like dressing up for the social and like trying to like put on blush, and she's like Ellery's like, "Is there a guy you're trying?" It seems like maybe a guy you're trying to impress, and she's like, "Yeah, it's not our cousin."
You know, Mary was like, yes. You know, she was just
Is ready. And then I was also like, but then they have to keep up the act. I'm like, you can't be flirty with him at the social, right? They're gonna be like, why is she flirting with her cousin?
just like Amity Falls would be like, that's fine. You know, like
I did wonder. I was like, they are first cousins, but it is Amity. Is this Appalachia? Is my question.
apologies to Appalachia. Like, you know, it's days of yore, you know, like who knows what's going on. But yeah, I was like, Mary, you are so freaking lucky. You know, like you really had it on for your cousin and we all knew it. Because I was getting that vibe. I was like, she's into her cousin. But then I was like, I'm going to ignore that because I refuse to acknowledge cousin lovers when it's not, forced upon me. And then I was like, okay, yeah, okay. So she was into her cousin, but thankfully he's not her cousin. Okay, got it. So they're like, so we're all just gonna like go to this social and we're just gonna watch. And in my head, I'm thinking, this isn't a good plan. We need a more solid plan.
Exactly.
The dark watchers. It sounds like you're just being the watchers, and that's not gonna cut it.
No, Ellery was like, so what do we do if we find him? Do we kill them? And they were basically like,
Oh, we can go.
maybe we could try, yeah.
Please. And I was like, so several people are dead at this point. We should really probably.
We only need like a better, so do the hunting. We need a better plan. It was a really bad feeling.
plan. And lo and behold, of course, when they're at this social, who goes missing? Sadie. And so then Whitaker. Oh, and by this point, Whitaker has left and then come back because he's like, I'm in love with you. And I was like,
and Ellery's like, tell me things about yourself. And he's like, I can't tell you anything. And she's like, then F off.
Yeah. But Al shows up and he's like, hey. And I'm like, my darling, he is one of them. Like, at this point, it's like so obvious.
Every time anything magical or magically bad happened, like, he's around. And literally, like, when the not Uncle Ezra says something like, there's strife happening at this social, it means that there's
like, has anyone
who's here that shouldn't be here. Anyone
has
knew.
anyone knew that's shown up recently when
and
these things started happening? She's like, I don't know anyone.
Whitaker's walking in here. And I'm like, Whitaker. I was like, you are so close. You are so close. I was so scared because Erin was very clearly setting up like a red herring in Whitaker. That was one of those that I'm like, this could be a red herring, or he really could be. Because I knew that this was like going to be somewhat Rumpelstiltskin-y somewhere in here. I was like, this could be, maybe it's not a red herring. Maybe the red herring is that I think it's a red herring, but it's actually, he actually is the bad guy. And I was very stressed about it.
I was kind of where my thoughts were with him. I was like, I knew from the start that he had something going on, but I was like, okay, is he going to be evil? And then about not that far in, I was like, I think he's reluctantly evil. I think he's going to turn it around.
I'll be honest, by the second interaction, I was like, I don't know if he's going to be evil or not, but I'm going to be on his side no matter what. I was like, I literally don't care. I think I'll be in love no matter what happens. This was the first time ever I've been like with a fae, I've been like, even knowing this is a horrible life and that you were fae and that there's no way this could end well for me, I genuinely don't think I could have resisted if I were in Ellery's shoes.
I mean, who among us? Like, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Take me away. Yeah, okay. I would have been into it. Sorry.
It was insane.
Especially it seemed like not a lot of better options.
Oh, there were like no other options.
I was like, okay, yeah, a hot trapper shows up and is just into you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
She's only human, you know?
He's cute and funny and super annoying. Hi, my sister.
Everyone's got some kind of drama, some kind of killing.
Everyone's something.
His is just that he is an evil entity designed to sow discord and kill people.
See,
and that is
an eternal dark watcher
I'm so
being.
usually into the evil entities, but I just wasn't.
He wasn't evil enough.
Yeah, there was really no. His heart wasn't in it. It was like, okay, commit. One way or another, commit.
Very much.
Maybe that's what it was. We had to be about the Darkling. His heart just wasn't in it.
No, likes to pretend it wasn't, but it was, which is why the Darkling isn't there for me.
I don't know. I don't think his heart was fully in it.
Totally in it.
Darkling.
God, a quick start was my face.
Books are dangerous.
Speed. Oh my God. Dear diary, Alina looked at me today. Later, I am going to destroy a country. Good night.
We're to kidnap a bunch of orphans and hang some people in trees. Hope this gets Alina's attention. Someday we will be married. The Darkling Starcock.
Oh my God. Ooh. What do you think Whitaker was writing in his journal?
Oh, it was all
my God.
Yeah. Her honey-colored hair.
He's like writing really bad poetry.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And all the other Dark Watchers are like, what the hell? Oh, stop, you guys, for real. It's been 500 years and they're still making fun of it. He's like, stop, oh my God.
Stop, oh my God, you guys, it's private.
These so annoying. Gosh, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. God. What's what you say?
And so
They get Sadie back. She's only mildly hurt, so it's fine. But they're kind of like putting it all
Just
together.
mildly
Obviously.
traumatized.
She'll be fine. Tough cookie. And then like even more stuff is going on. And so basically they tell like the elders and the priest, the pastor and stuff, they're like, so these are not our relatives. They are in fact monster hunters, and here's what's going on. And
the Dark Watchers are all around us.
and the pastor's like, this is on none of this heathen stuff. We're gonna have a good old fashioned tent revival tomorrow. And they're like, okay, I don't think that's gonna help. And he's like, by the Lord Jesus Christ, we're gonna have.
He's like, what you're describing are demons.
Demons in our town.
Someone must have called them down. We gotta find, send her out.
He's doing some real fire and brimmy stuff.
He really is. And you can tell everyone is becoming more and more unhinged. Erin,
Oh my God.
absolutely. The slow progression into madness.
Yeah, it's like crazy in town now. And so like
Have you watched The Preacher?
No.
That's it. Okay. It got real this part for me, but
Okay, I'll watch it. And then I'll be like, this is just like it's my favors. That's what I'm gonna be like.
And then they tell me all about it, and I'll be like, oh, and then I'll never watch it. I'll still be trying to watch Twin Peaks. You're never gonna, yeah.
So like they're at this revival or whatever, and everyone he's like, you gotta confess your sins.
he's
because
like,
that's what we're
everyone
all doing."
confess publicly. It'll be great.
I didn't like this.
Okay.
He's
This
like,
was
then
like,
God
oh,
can forgive
this is like a
you, and
cult.
your fellow man can forgive you. And then
I'm
everyone
just saying,
starts
I went to a
confessing,
cult
and
where
every
we had to
fellow
do
man,
that.
Ooh.
everyone starts
Skipping cult.
confessing, and then everybody else is like, yeah, I don't forgive you.
Didn't go
And he's
as
like,
to
this
plan.
is great. This is what we wanted.
This is healing. We're working things out.
I also think that this is working, and everyone's like punching each other. It's
Literally,
like,
yeah.
it's going bad. And Ellery is like, I would like to confess that everyone here is wrong, and they're on the watchers out of the forest. And she was going off, and so that was crazy. And then everything goes
Then he's
absolutely
like-
nuts after this.
The pastor's talking to an angel, and Ellery's like, wait, who are you talking to? And he's like, this angel who's guiding me. And she's like, that ain't it?
No. Just like Abigail ain't Sadie's imaginary friend.
Oh, turns
So
out
the Dark
everyone-
Watchers have been telling you what to do the whole time. And then, yeah,
Oh,
exactly as you
right.
said, everything goes crazy.
Yeah. Crazy.
They're like killing, beating up, setting fires, burning down
It's
things.
very bad.
Things just pretty much get worse and worse and worse throughout. I feel like I'm reading the book of Job, but in the
Yeah, it went
like
quick, absolutely nuts.
quick.
I was like, okay, Erin, we are really getting close to the end game here, and I do not see how we can resolve this.
Nope.
Spoiler, we don't really
We
resolve
don't
it.
really.
And so,
Things go to hell and then they keep going.
yeah,
Even further into hell.
he figures out that Whitaker is one of the Dark Watchers. And it's like, girl, we have been saying this since page 5.
She's
You know-
so mad at him about not telling her. And I was like, why would you care?
You know what? She wasn't as mad as I thought she would be. Because
She did get
kind
over
of
it
like,
real fast. She was like, but he is tall.
oh, you feel, yeah, you're real. Still very tall. 2 seconds, and then she's like, oh, man.
She really did flip real quick. She was all mad and like yelling at him and being like, don't come near me sort of thing. And then he's basically says something like, it's all because I love you, Ellery. And she's like, he's so tall. Like, I guess maybe we could be okay.
So, yeah, I thought it over.
But she
over it.
figures out how to end it all. Well, she thinks she figures out how to end it all. She's like, she's like, the woman.
The name
I
of
need
the
her real
queen.
name. What's the
Yes.
name of the woman with you? And he's like, I cannot tell you that. And then she's like, well, tell me. And he's like, I cannot tell you that. And then the woman appears. And she's like, hello, Ellery. Finally,
then he
we meet
disappears.
in person.
Yeah.
And yeah.
She's like, remember that time I made you burn down the schoolhouse? Because by the way,
Yeah, she also, I
at
forgot
some
about
point
that.
during the story made
She
Ellery
did
burn down the schoolhouse. Yeah.
That stuff too, because that was like their first kiss, and it was a dream, but also real.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
real.
Yeah, that was confusing.
And that was crazy.
Oh, and then they have their other super passionate kiss. It seems like he's saying goodbye, and then he disappears, and then the Dark Watcher Queen lady shows up. This is the woman she saw in the field, and the same one who made Cyrus burn down the field in the shed.
She's like the big bad.
Yeah, she's the big bad.
Yeah, and she's like, I can make you one of us. She's like, actually, if you join us, I'll keep your family safe. Yeah. And she's like, no, like, I
I
want
was like, no, for the good of the
everything?
hive.
Yeah. She's like,
Yeah,
I
she's
want
like,
all
I want
my
to keep the
bees
whole
to be
town
safe.
safe. Yeah.
And she's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. You see, these other watchers that are with me, they like, she sacrificed herself for her sister. He became this for his brother. So we're just gonna do like pick your favorite
Yeah.
sibling.
Whitaker sacrificed himself for
yeah.
his ill sister, and that's how
So
he
noble.
became a war watcher. I knew that one was gonna get you. I was like, it was
He's like, well, what if I know your name? And she's like, you don't know my name. And she's like, well, what if I did? She's like,
and I was like, right, here we go, Rumpelstiltskin.
I had no idea that was Rumpelstiltskin still. I just knew it. She's like, well, what if
She's like,
you
get
gave me 3 guesses?
Yeah.
And Ellery's like, yeah, easy bet. Which I was like,
The confidence.
no, like you have 0. I was like, you have 0
I'd be
clue
like,
what this lady's
Sarah,
name is.
Tiffany.
She had such confidence with 0 context at that point. And
Well,
then
she was
she
like,
started thinking,
I think Whitaker gave me the clue. She's like,
yeah, but she
he said
that
something
before
weird.
she agreed to this. She
No,
agreed to it. And then
no.
she was like, wait, maybe I might actually know what her name is.
Maybe I
'Cause I think
know.
Whitaker is giving me clues. He's like, oh, flowers and stars and like mythology and this. And so
Which is
she
a
was
wide
like,
net, I have to say.
Oh my god, incredibly
But
modern.
still, like, I still wouldn't have gotten it.
I wouldn't have gotten that.
No way.
No.
I
wouldn't
was
have
like,
gotten
her
there.
name's Chrysanthemum.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, it's Lyra.
Yeah,
Like a
Lyra.
Because one of the constellations because one of the Greek mythologies
Yeah.
Oh my
like,
goodness.
was about
Okay.
Orpheus and his heart.
Sidebar real quick. You
Yeah.
know how when you don't know anything about something or you've never heard a word before
All
and
the
then
time.
you hear that word and then it's everywhere?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so 2 parts to this. Have you seen the Sandman? This TV show,
No.
The Sandman?
Well, actually, yes, I have seen some of it.
Oh.
I watched like
Just
two
blatant lie to me. No, I have not ever seen that in my life.
I know of it. I have not seen it.
So we've been watching it. We have like 2 episodes left. But 2 things. One, the story of what's his name? The harp player. Orpheus
Eurydice.
and Eurydice is like a big feature in this,
Oh.
which I just watched, and I never like wasn't super into Greek mythology or anything, so I'd never heard that before, and I just last week heard this, and then it was in my book. I literally texted. I was like,
You're like,
oh my god, Erin.
That's creepy.
Yeah,
only
exactly.
I know one Italian aria, and it's che farò which is I forget something like about like what do you do Eurydice or something. But there's a whole opera that's about the story of Orpheus and Eurydice. So
oh my god.
Right, so I was-
Oh, go ahead, Gina. Sorry, I have other Orpheus.
Oh, good. Do the Orpheus.
Oh, really quick. Jack Wolf, who played Violet in the Shadow and Bone show, is playing Orpheus in Hades Town now, Broadway. Which is excellent news for Broadway
Wow.
fans and also Jack Wolf fans. Okay,
Also, he's
moving on. And yeah, Hades Town fans.
The second half of that is again with watching the Sandman. There's a whole thing about like the Fae realm, which they bring in Midsummer's Night Dream. Like there's Puck and there's Titania.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and like their characters. But we're watching it and Phil
I have to
goes,
watch it now.
I don't think I like the Fae. It's like that's like you're not
Sweetheart.
supposed to.
Sweet,
Yeah,
like
nobody
Your
does.
child.
You're on the right
He
page,
was like,
Phil.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was like,
Good
they're
for you,
good.
honey.
It's like,
They are
they're
not good. They're
Like,
mean.
no, they're not.
You're so right.
The thing. Oh my god, that is so pure.
So, like, when Avi dropped off Riley today, and Riley was watching Cars 3 from wherever point he had stopped watching it yesterday for the zillionth time. Javi has also seen this a zillion times just by being in the vicinity, but he's never sat down and watched it. And he sat down and he looked really, really serious. And I was like, Are you okay? Is everything okay? I didn't realize he was watching Cars.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm just trying to figure some stuff out. And I was like, what's
Okay.
going on? And he was like, it's this movie.
It's just the cars are really
he was like, well, how many years have passed between the first Cars movie and this one? And he was like, and it's also like this the car that's supposed to be his trainer. It's like he's training that car, and I was like, well, yeah, because spoilers, but at the end, he becomes her trainer, so it's a very obvious foreshadowing,
Right.
And he was like, yeah.
You're like, so how many times have you been in the room with Cars 3 on?
Like, I was like, I literally was like, you know the ending, right? He was like, yeah, he's her trainer. And I was like, right.
It's like when you're a child and like movies are just like a sequence of shapes and colors and sounds that you know the order of,
Yeah.
but you don't really put together what it means until you're old.
And then you're like, oh,
yeah, we're like, oh, that's what that means. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I just like, I was dying when he was like, I don't think I like this.
I
Anyone?
am obsessed.
That is the objectively the correct
Talk
choice.
about this.
I don't think I like the Fae.
You're objectively correct.
I was like, you're not. I was like, they're not good. They're not good people. They're not.
bad.
These are bad guys.
Don't trust them.
Don't trust.
You are famously not supposed to trust them. That was really kind of their whole thing. And our dear girl Ellery.
Yeah, but Ellery guesses.
I would have been too.
She
guesses
guesses
it.
her name on the third attempt. It's just
I
like,
was
oh,
like,
I
good
just pulled
for
him.
you, girl. It doesn't make a ton of difference at first.
No.
We
So
have, and then we have the Akatar girl who was like, I don't know what this riddle is. I can't figure it out.
Oh my.
What we're talking about?
What I could think of. Oh wait, that is the first book, isn't it? Yeah. That's all I could think about. Yeah, no,
I would
Ellery
never
was like,
have gotten
Ellery was
Lyra.
like, oh, I know. Ellery's like, okay, this. No, maybe it's this. Okay, and then she guesses
No.
on the third time. And meanwhile, in Akatar, she's like, I don't know what this is. And it's like, everyone's like, love.
Lovely screaming.
Except for me, I was like, yeah, me too, girl. I'm stumped.
Please don't know.
Everybody in the world, except for Feyre and Ash, we're like, I just don't know.
Ella.
Yeah. I have no idea.
Gonna take this to the grave.
That's exactly.
Man, I was not on the podcast at that point, but man, do I have things to say about Act.
That's our part. Oh my god. I mean, truly, that's my go-to answer for any riddle, really. I'm like, that's probably what it is.
Well,
Something like
It
that.
really, I mean, it's not a
love.
wrong.
It's obviously.
Ash was like plum.
It's obvious to some.
I can't tell you how, like, I had no answer. It's like when you look at a math question and you're like, I literally don't have, I've never been taught how to do this. You're like, not even a single idea.
You've read a lot more mystery thrillers since then. I think you're better at like putting together clues at this point.
I was really proud of myself because with the last Riley Sager book,
Yeah.
which was a really good one I read, I was like, I guessed it.
Good for you.
I think the second time in my whole life, and I think the last time was just luck.
I know. I guess everyone by this point.
Yeah, and I'm literally like, I think I can write a thriller now. I successfully guessed it. Start writing a thriller.
Yeah, I've got this.
Yeah.
So Ellery goes back to the town and everything has gone crazy.
We don't know specifically what she asked for. We know that she guessed the names. She gets to ask for whatever her heart desires, essentially.
He
Well,
does
we
say,
know
I
that
want you all
she-
to leave.
Yes. But then we don't really see, that's like it. We really don't get to see like how that interacts.
Yeah.
Yeah, then she's just back in town and like everything's on fire.
Yeah, like literally.
Everyone is literally killing themselves, like killing each other.
Yes.
And
Sam is missing and is gonna get killed and
mhm,
it's
she
like,
can't find her sisters.
Yeah.
Rebecca is gives birth. And then Simon, is that her husband?
Simon, yeah.
Simon is like, why is the baby blonde?
Oh my god.
And this was upsetting to me from many, many levels. But also I was like, a lot of babies are born blonde.
I know.
How do
I
you
was
know
like,
what
that's-
color your
that's
hair was when you were... My hair was
mean,
black
it's
when
not.
I was born.
I was like, I don't think this is enough reason.
He's like,
No,
I've seen
he was
this
like,
exact
I've
shade
seen
of
that
blonde.
color. Literally, he says that. And I was like, have you?
I mean, he was right, but
It must have been like, I think subconsciously,
he must have known.
He must have known.
It was everyone else knew.
I mean,
Everyone
she
else,
was like
yeah.
3 months pregnant when they got married.
Yeah, yeah. So he must have like
Somehow
the pieces were all in there.
but he like goes to kill Sam.
Yes.
And Ellery finds her sisters and they're like, oh my god, it was so bad, Ellery. Like, he
We have
turned
to-
on Ezra or Ephraim and Ahmed, and he was also blaming you and all of this. And we find out before this, we had found out that he had made a deal with Lyra, like after to spare him from getting killed.
He
Like
tried to trade his sister's
He
life.
whenever that was revealed, I was like, it's over. Like any thread
No, same.
of
I was like,
sympathy I might have had for you is gone. I could not believe
Like, we'll save you. What are you gonna give us? And he's like, my sister.
my sister, my twin
She's like, that's
sister,
not how this works. I know.
who loves me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, I'm
Really
really.
good study in nature versus nurture.
I am
Oh
yeah,
my
there's something rotten in
gosh.
him.
Yeah, for real.
Like, I could not believe that. And so they're like, listen, it's over for Sam. Like, we gotta go. And she's like,
Yeah.
I have to go get him.
So she's like leading the charge
Yeah.
to try and go kill his own family.
Yeah. And thankfully, you know, Ellery didn't even get to interact with him again before the Simon shows up and is like, hey, I know that you were sleeping with Rebecca. If nothing you care,
On my wife. And he's like, bro,
you were married yet.
He's
You
like,
weren't even, like-
everybody slept with your wife, just so you know.
Yeah, he says something like, how does it feel to be like
The biggest
most
cuckold.
Yeah, the biggest
Amity
cuckold in
Falls.
Amity Falls. And I was like, wow, bud. And then Simon kills him. And I'm like,
Simon threw a hatchet at his chest and he died. And I was like, I was at a pause and I was screaming.
at that point, I was like, fair. But then Simon's like, only one other thing to take care of.
No, we really should have stopped there. Because
Yeah.
I was like, you had me there.
I'd have been like, honestly, Simon, you've never been so attractive. And then he said that, and I was like, oh,
Oh, and he ruined it. He ruined it.
yeah.
So he goes to kill Rebecca, yeah. So
Yeah. And she's like, Ellery's like, no, my best. And goes and like,
yeah.
it's like, get your baby. And she's like, I literally just gave birth. And she's like, I'm going to get all these quilts to put in the back of the wagon, but we're going to take you and your baby because Simon's going to come back and like kill you for real. Because he knows it's not his baby. And yeah.
So everyone's getting in the wagon. We're leaving. And then we're like, goodbye, Amity Falls. It is literally on fire.
Literally burning.
Everyone is dying. And so it's like, well, that sucks. So they're leaving, and then they hit a snag, and they're like, Ellery gets out to check on it, but then who shows up? And guess what? He is not an evil Rumpelstiltskin ass bitch anymore. Now he is
normal.
a normal boy.
Because that's something else that we find out she asked for. She asked for the Dark Watchers to go somewhere far away where they couldn't bother anyone. And she asked that Whittaker be set free. And then Whittaker's like, I don't know who I am or what to do anymore. And I was like, are we going to do this stupid thing again where it's like, oh, you need to go find yourself. Like before you.
Yeah.
And she's like,
Thankfully,
come
no.
find yourself with us. And I was like, here, and Whittaker was like, there's nowhere else I'd rather be, Ellery Downing. And I was like,
He is obsessed with calling her by her first and last name.
he is. And honey-haired girl. And I was like, he can give a nickname. This man.
And she in his name.
I know.
But we find out his real name is like Josiah White. And
Josiah
she's like,
White.
that's kind of lame. And he's like, I can still be Whittaker. He prefer what he's like, it's been a long time, you know, so I don't really care. She's like, okay, cool.
Okay.
So then they all leave. And I'm like, this is awesome.
It's really
Okay, squad, let's go. Let's go find parents and let's start again. Because this
Gotta get us some new bees. I was kind of like, after all the effort to keep the damn bees alive.
I know. Maybe they'll come.
I mean, the bees will be fine.
She
Bees are
does-
probably going
she
to be the
does
only
tell
thing that
them
are fine.
beforehand. She's like,
Yeah.
we're leaving, and if you need to leave, it's okay too.
I thought that was sweet.
Very sweet.
I
She's like, wait,
know.
these are my bees. Oh, like this is like a whole new generation of bees. They've only known me. And I was like,
I
good for you,
raised these
girl.
babies. These are my babies.
They're her bees.
Yeah.
Baby.
Well, her big bee.
Babies.
Oh, that's the book.
Yeah. It only took us an hour and 45 minutes to get there.
Well, you know, it would have
Mostly
taken
because
them,
we were
like,
trying to
14 hours
convince
do this.
you. Mostly because we were trying to convince you, Wheezy, that you should be upset if your brother and best friend are sneaking around.
Yeah,
on
that was probably at least 40 minutes of that. You know,
Probably was. Good Lord. That was
What's
a
wrong with
fantastic
you?
book. Okay. Favorite and least favorite parts. Gino, go.
Oh, why me?
Why me?
My favorite part was during the podcast when I realized I was Whittaker.
That was really good. Yeah, that was my favorite part too.
that. You're like, why do you think I've kept you around so long?
My least favorite part was when she found out the that he took the honey from the bees. I was so upset.
Oh,
I'm still
gosh.
physically furious about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I need
Yeah.
him to form in real life so I can slap him across the face. Like
The most similar feeling I've felt to that is when Amy burns Joe's manuscript in Little Women.
Oh, yeah. That was upsetting.
Physical anger I feel when I think about that. But of course, Amy isn't as bad as Sam. But in that moment, oh my God, I want to slap that little girl. You know, it's the exact same. I was like, I want to slap that boy.
I definitely feel more intensely about Sam.
But in the moment, you know, it's like, oh, this is horrible.
That's true. I
Yeah.
feel like that's that feels like that incident alone.
But it's just the incident.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sam in general, I am not sad he's dead. Whereas if Jamie Marge was dead, I'd be sad. But you know.
yeah, that's my favorite and least favorite part. Spoons.
My favorite part. I don't know. I liked it when they had Christmas and they were all dancing around playing the piano. I thought that was so cute. I loved that. And then I also loved when we found out that they were actually, in fact, monster hunters because it was not the twist I was expecting. And I thought it was crazy. And I kind of loved it. I was like, oh, now we're cooking, you know?
I was like, oh,
yeah, I know. My least favorite part, probably the bees. The honey was very bad. My other least favorite part was just like the fleeting information revealed that he had tried to wager his own twin sister's life.
God,
for them.
so upsetting.
I'm still so mad. I'm actually furious. I hate Sam so much. I hate him. I hate him, Erin. What have you done? Hatred of my heart.
Didn't y'all used to have some sort of villain list? Like
on the hate squad.
Oh, he's in the hate
I
squad.
was about to say that for sure.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Used to have they're gonna live in infamy.
He's on the hate squad.
Long after I'm dead, the hate squad will continue.
The hate continues. Anyway, what about you?
Favorite part is probably one of the first times that she is talking to Whitaker alone because it's so sweet and fun and funny.
Cute.
Least favorite part might be the pitchforks stabbing into something and we didn't know what it was. It stressed me out.
It was
bad.
Yes.
So bad. And I'm gonna go straight into favorite and least favorite characters, then we can just go backwards.
Yeah.
Favorite character, Ellery. She is, hello,
Love her.
competence. She is like the picture of she can do anything. Honorable mention for Whitaker because I'm deeply in love with him. And least favorite character, Samuel, obviously.
Yeah.
I guess honorable mention for Lyra, but like we knew she was like a bad, evil, spooky queen.
Yeah, like Fork Fun and Kitchen. We expected that. You know?
Yeah. We love her.
I would agree. Favorite character, Ellery. Least favorite, Sam.
Probably.
Yeah, I think I'm the same except for that my honorable mention is the preacher for also least favorite.
Oh, I hate
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he bothered me a lot.
Yeah, he was the worst.
Mhm.
Oh, wait, I thought one more part I liked. I really liked the scary. I thought it was so scary whenever she woke up and Lyra was standing outside in the field and she was
So
watching her through the
spooky.
window and then she turned around and waved. Oh, I was scared. And then
It was spooky.
So much.
I love a
would
good
be such a good scary movie.
I would watch this movie so
It was
fast.
very cinematic.
And then she was like, I think that doll is staring at me. The doll that Abigail gave. And she
Yeah.
like hit the doll. I was like, I'm spooked. I'm so spooked.
I was spooked multiple times. This would be a really, really good movie.
Yeah.
Really scary movie.
I would love
Like without being too scary.
Yeah.
I would
I love the
it.
vibes. Great
Super
vibes.
Spooky.
Bad vibes, but good for a story.
For spooky. Effectively spooky.
Effective vibes. Yeah. That's it.
Oh my gosh.
Funny. Yeah.
Did we have any? Yeah. Did anyone do favorite quotes or just lessons learned?
I did.
I did not do.
I
favorite.
did not.
We basically don't anymore. It's just.
I do quotes when they
symbolic.
stand out. Nothing like stood
Yeah.
out to me. So
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Lessons learned.
boys are
Sometimes
dumb.
you can trust the Fae boy.
Ten Commandments kind of lessons learned, really, for us. Never trust the Fae.
But Whitaker turned out to be trustworthy.
No, he wasn't though. Like he was lying.
He did his best.
He wasn't
did-
trustworthy though.
He was doing
He
his
wasn't
best, but yet
evil,
he did
but
lie
he
a lot.
wasn't trustworthy. Like you can't trust.
Yeah,
him.
but he could have been so much worse. This is not.
Oh.
This does not sound
There
good.
could have been a ward, you know.
A lot of things in my life.
So he learned is, I'm sure I like the Fae.
How does an Alzheimer good?
Trying to figure out this whole.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's so iconic.
I didn't want to.
I like the Fae. It's so funny. It's like the third guy ever to
I
hear
was
about the Fae in
dying.
like medieval England
think
or
it was-
something.
I think
You
it was
know-
last night, and I wanted to tell y'all so bad. I immediately text you.
Same thing I've ever heard.
You're not supposed to. Like, that's a good instinct.
Yeah. Keep that instinct, you know.
Oh yeah. I will say Ellery did keep to her standard. She was like, I am deeply in love with Whitaker and lusting after his tall self so much.
Yes.
But also, if he doesn't give me answers, we can't be together.
She really did.
She did. He was like, run away with me. And she was like, well, no, for so many reasons. First
Just
of all,
like,
not
what's
leave my
your
family.
name?
Second of all, I don't even know your name. And he's like, well, I can't tell you that, but I know, but I love you and you love me. So let's just run away together. And she's like, I don't know your name. And she does stick to her what she requires.
I really
That's
like
good.
her a lot. I like he's got a good head on her
You are
shoulders. that
capable of
Ellery.
more than you think you are. She is like a prime example of
Oh, yeah.
making it up as you go along,
Yes.
pretending you know what you're doing, and things work out.
I'm proud of her.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
Oh,
her
yes.
whole life was falling apart, and she really kept it together.
like a champ. Oh,
Good for her.
and she looked good doing it.
She looked
I was
great.
Like, hey, she looked like she knew what she was doing. You go, Ellery.
I liked it when Whitaker was like, "Hey, guy, it's been a while. You look great." And
And
Marion
she's like, no, I
No, we
don't.
were like,
She's like, I'm
"Yes,
starving
we
and
look
dying."
Very bad.
like, so we are starving to death. So that is a lie. But thank you so much for saying so.
Stupid. I shouldn't have said that.
He's like, God dang it. They know that's not true. Hey, girl, you are looking shorter than me today.
Oh my God, can't believe that. I am though, right? So that.
Oh, another lesson. You know, don't. Really, it all comes down to don't make deals with the Fae.
I was gonna say it comes down to maybe just never tell anyone your name.
Never tell anyone
Too
your
much
name.
power over you.
I
Don't-
think that is
yeah.
a great, yeah.
Don't talk to
Yeah,
anyone.
you would. You're like, I live by that.
And you're like,
Yeah.
dang. I know.
Guys.
Me giving out my business card with my name on it to every person I meet.
What? Everyone has so much power over you now. Oh my God.
Low-key kind of embarrassed. What's that thing this weird thing that I can see this mannerism that Gen Zers do.
embarrassed.
Yeah, this
Like
thing
pushing your hair behind your ear like
Yeah,
this.
like that. Oh my God, it's so embarrassing. Everyone has my business.
Oh my God. Like she is really like trusting that.
Oh my God.
Her true name would catch me. Like you're about to go to the Jellicle Ball. Sorry, Cat's reference for everyone. Okay, moving on. The no, that's it. I don't have any other lessons.
I like to learn as little as possible. I never know what's gonna get her.
I really like to learn as little as possible. One thing about me. I like to meet the man. I like to not know anything.
I like to make drinks.
I like it when a boy is
Tall.
annoying. Yeah, and tall.
Honestly, I'll be real. The height thing is I don't have to be taller than me, but annoying, absolutely. They have to be
He was
annoying.
definitely annoying. Yeah,
They have to be incorrigible.
he
I
was
like that word.
so. Me too.
Incorrigible.
That's not used enough.
He was hot. Yeah, he was hot.
He was irresistible.
Good for you, Erin.
Yeah.
I feel like the boy from House of Salt and Stars is also hot.
He was also hot, but he wasn't irresistible.
I think that
I literally
he was
like,
more of
I
a
will go
good boy.
against my better judgment for anything for Whitaker.
Yeah.
Never been so
Wow.
willing to throw away
It's
all of my good
crazy
judgment.
You
because
were,
I
like,
did not
under
have an
my life for that
emotion
boy.
for him.
So
Like
weird.
not
It-
one
that's
emotion for
I
him.
guess.
And I feel like usually you and I are kind of on the same page
We're
when it
usually
comes
on the
to
same,
the boys.
yeah,
so.
same wavelength. That's so funny.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting. It's just
But
because
he's
was
for
so-
everyone.
Obviously
He
not.
probably is. You know, you need to find him.
Whitaker.
Go into the book.
I would throw my whole life away.
Shoving Ellery aside. Sorry.
I'm sorry. You don't ever hit him like I.
I would never do that to my girl. No. You need to find you another Dark Watcher. Yeah. Sorry. Guess so.
There's only one
It's over.
over. I learned I'll never love again.
Never. They're wrapping it up.
Pinky is up.
Oh, you guys!
Yeah.
I forgot to show you. I like what this is.
Very cute.
It's my bookmark. It's my mother's from when she was, I think, a teen. It has her initials on it. JLH.
Oh my gosh.
That is so
It's her.
sweet.
I don't remember. I guess she just found it once, but it's so cute.
It's so
So I was
sweet.
using it.
I was
And then just like that.
what's her middle name? I'm so stupid. My middle name.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what does that sound?
Oh, right.
There is a weak link in this trio chain, and we know which one is.
I am putting it together.
Hang on. Give me an extra
Hold on
20
one
minutes. I'll
second.
get there. I'm getting there.
Soon I'll figure out that he is Faye. Not today, though. Somebody.
Well, there. Pink.
Brother, we've been yapping. I'm going to give it
5. I'm going to give it 5.
Owza.
Oh,
It's all about the boy.
yeah.
It's a little bit about the boy, but mostly it's about, I would absolutely reread this like once a year, twice a year. This is absolutely a frequent reread.
Nice.
Hmm.
Way to go, Erin. I'm going to give it 4.5. I really enjoyed it. And I thought it was fun. I was very invested. I was reading it today during jury duty. I was just like this. And people were like, what are you reading? And I was like, have you ever seen the movie The Village? And there's Shakira number one. This 23-year-old guy was like, oh, I thought maybe it would be like a romance. And I was like, no. So it's scary. And he was like, scary. And I was like, yeah, like The Village. And he's like, I've never seen The Village. And then this 57-year-old man who was juror number 3 was like, oh, that's like M. Night's last good movie. And he was like going off. A whole discussion about how this book is like The Village. And then I didn't get
the
through jury
23-year-old
duty.
was like, I've never even.
Yeah, and I was
heard
like,
of that.
so either get on one of them. Either read the book or watch The Village.
Yeah, one
you
of
gotta
the
get
two.
on it. You didn't get picked, so I know you have time. So that's kind of where we were at. But yeah, I was very invested. So 4.5 for me.
So I'm give it 3.5. And I
Okay.
think
Decent.
that might have to do with the fact that I read it so quickly.
I get that.
Like I didn't have time to marinate in it at all.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I didn't not like anything about it. I wasn't, like I said, I also was not in love with Whitaker in the slightest.
And that
Like,
will
I had
really bump it
zero
down if you don't have a
feelings
love
towards
interest.
him. Yeah, there was
That's
no
fine. He's like a whole 0.75 probably.
there was no love interest in it for me, and there was definitely a hate interest in Samuel, which is good. Like that's
That's
good
so bad.
writing, and that didn't bring it down for me, I think. But I'm gonna go
I feel
3.5.
you.
You didn't have anyone to fall in love with. That's crazy.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that does help a lot.
Great. Fine. More Whitaker for me.
So we did it. Small favors.
By Erin A.
Congratulations, everybody.
Amazing. Congratulations, Jeff, for being on to listen to this show.
I was still in the hours of this.
Nobody
Um,
be here. Are glad you stuck around.
Little do you know, someone is tied up in a basement. Someone poor Susan.
Of course, listen to that. Tavi. And so funny. We can't say the same thing again. I don't want to hear about Whitaker anymore.
No.
Goodness
Right.
gracious.
Well, follow us on
And
Instagram.
5
that
stars
social
only
media.
on our reviews.
5 stars only on
Um,
you.
Tell
If you
people
wanna
about us. Tell all your
support-
friends and your enemies.
If you want to support the bookshop, then do that. Join our readathon, even though it's got like
Yes.
2 weeks left or 1 week left. I don't know. You can still
10
join
days.
and help us win. And then if
Yes.
you want to support the bookshop, that's on a thing. I'm really good at this.
ifunwomen.com, the story emporium and bookshop. All of the links will be in the episode description, so you guys can go there and just grab them if you want to.
And Story
Yes.
Siren Studios and our retreat that's coming up in October. There's a couple spaces left for that in Pennsylvania, so grab on to that. We've got some really cool people coming. We got some
Some not so cool people
speakers.
coming.
Ash will be there, unfortunately.
She will be there, and she will be talking about
Well,
with her.
I'm sorry, but if you don't want to talk to her at all, I will lock her up in a room with duct tape if that's necessary. So just let me know
I
beforehand.
thought that was just for us, Gino.
Oh, I gotta take this.
all those things. So until next time.
Keep your teacups full.
Your pinkies high.
In your book club.
And your book club, Pretentious.